and threatened Nancy Guthrie's life if it's not paid today by 5 o'clock. The family is begging whoever took her to bring her home. So the FBI tells the Associated Press when Savannah says, quote, "We have received your message," she is referencing another alleged ransom note sent via email to local TV news station KOLD on Friday. KOLD says that email, which they have not released to the public, did not contain proof of life of Nancy. Guthrie's family is allegedly being told to pay the ransom in Bitcoin.
And that is local time. That's Fox's Madeline Rivera reporting. It was certainly sleepless in Seattle. No, it was not, because the Seattle Seahawks triumph in Super Bowl 60, defeating the overmatched New England Patriots. This woman watching the game at one of the numerous watch parties throughout the Emerald City.
Letting it sink in. It's been an amazing season, incredible last game, and I'm so excited for the parade.
The victory parade is reportedly set for Wednesday. Well, the Prince and Princess of Wales expressing deep concern for the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. In a statement today, Prince William and Princess Catherine say they're appalled by the contents of more than 3 million pages of documents released earlier by the U.S. Department of Justice. It's another move by the monarchy to distance himself from the former Princess Andrew's relationship with the convicted sex offender. And police in Providence will release redacted body cam footage of the response to the shooting at Brown University on December 13th. The gunman killed 2, injured 9. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. You're not going to believe this, but we're heading for a high of 76. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports, that'll be at 6:08. Right now it's 39 in Neosho, 32 in Pittsburgh, 37 in Galena, 37 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. A major shakeup in high school sports could be on the way in Missouri. News Talk KZRG Steve Smith has more.
A bill in the Missouri State Senate would strip the Missouri State High School Athletics Association, called MISHA, of its independence. The bill was introduced by State Senator Jason Bean, a Republican from Holcomb, Missouri. Senate Bill 863 would transfer governance of high school sports from MISHA to the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education and make other changes. MISHA is encouraging Missourians to oppose that bill. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Kansas City University's first ever class of students in its Master of Health Science and Anesthesiologist Assistant program have started studies on the Joplin campus. Dr. John Polson, interim dean of the College of Health Professions at KCU, tells News Talk KZRG interest in the program was strong.
For our inaugural program, we had over 900 applicants for 24 spots. The overwhelming majority of the students that were selected for this class were from this region. We actually have over 70% of the first class from Missouri and 83% from this 4-state area.
Dr. Polson says in hospitals work under the supervision of anesthesiology physicians.
A grand reopening of the Joplin History and Mineral Museum was held on Friday morning. A ribbon cutting by both the Joplin and Carl Junction Chamber of Commerces were held. Museum Director Chris Wiseman told News Talk KZRG.
Well, this is the culmination of about a month of very, very hard work for both my staff and the staff of the Joplin Maintenance Department. We have been closed for the month of January so that we could concentrate on getting the museum renovated.
The museum located in Schifferdecker Park. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, 37 at 605, News Talk KZRG.
Well, the Clintons have agreed to a deposition with the House Oversight Committee, and Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson is a member of that committee, and he told News Talk KZRG the testimony will be coming from both Bill and Hillary.
I think we need to get to the bottom of that. We also need to get an understanding of from Hillary Clinton. You know, she benefited from this Clinton Foundation that was created, and this was the brainchild of Jeffrey Epstein, who basically pitched it, created it, and then went around the country fundraising into this slush fund that the Clintons were able to live off of.
The Clintons finalized an agreement to testify this month, bowing to a threat of contempt of Congress vote against them.
In partnership with the Route 66 Subcommittee of Tourism, Vision Carthage is seeking a variety of artists to support a community art installation series. The series will include a total of 20 large maple leaf cutouts to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Route 66. Vision Carthage's Kate Kelly told News Talk KZRG.
They will be placed in strategic locations throughout Carthage. We will have a passport book available so people can check in and make sure that they have seen them all, and they'll get a sticker and be able to say that they have seen all 20 of the custom creative maple leafs in the Maple Leaf City.
Artists may submit their proposed designs for consideration to Vision Carthage after viewing full bid details at visioncarthage.org. Bids are going to be accepted through February the 21st. Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NFL action, it was never in question as the Seahawks were wire-to-wire winners, beating the Patriots 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. In D2 softball, MSSU went 4-0 on Saturday and Sunday with wins over Arc Tech, Southwest Baptist, Texas Women's University, William Jewell improved to 10-1. Pitt State went 5-0 in the Southern Colorado crossover with 2 wins over Adams State and Colorado State Pueblo, as well as a win over Colorado Springs. In D2 baseball, PSU went 4-0 this weekend in the Edmond First Pitch Classic. They're 7-0 on the season. MSSU baseball beat Harding 11-1 on Saturday before losing a pair of games against Ouachita Baptist on Sunday in the HSU Invitational. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns, buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 6:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. This does not feel like February. There's some cooler weather on the way, but today a warm day, 76. Tomorrow, 65. Wednesday, dry, 58. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Join Zimmer Marketing for their Color Pop and Shop event, Friday, March 6th from 4 to 8 at the Joplin Expo. Proceeds will be donated to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. For details, visit the Color Pop and Shop event page on Facebook.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. Temperatures now at 43 in Neosho, 32 in Pittsburgh. It's 36 in Baxter Springs, 36 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now, 6:09.
Zimmer Marketing is proud to partner with local businesses and encourage you to shop local first.
Whether you want to accentuate the flavor of your coffee and other beverages or delight in creating scrumptious desserts, Allied Restaurant Supply has Torani syrups and sauces that'll make you say, oh yeah.
This is Daniel from Allied Restaurant Supply. Come see us at 1316 South Main in Joplin.
Local businesses are the backbone of our communities. Zimmer Marketing encourages you to shop local first.
Let me share Brian's story. He's in Alabama, and he wrote in, he said, Glenn, after taking Relief Factor for just 3 weeks, at least 90% of my pain is gone. My pain had started to limit me at work and at home, and I am amazed at the relief that I have gotten. Those are Brian's own words, and they speak volumes about what Relief Factor can do. And I've seen that kind of transformation in myself, and hearing Brian's experience reinforces why I take endorsing Relief Factor so seriously. Before I started taking Relief Factor myself, I was losing hope that I could ever have a normal life again. My hands were in so much pain. It's created by doctors, a 100% drug-free product using 4 key ingredients. It supports the body's natural inflammatory response. Hundreds of thousands of people have ordered Relief Factor, and like Brian and me, over 2/3 of these people go on to order more month after month. So don't wait. If you're dealing with pain, launch your 3-week quick start and see what Relief Factor can do for you. Call 800-4RELIEF or go to relieffactor.com. Don't wait anymore. Feel what it's like to be out of pain. 1-800-4-RELIEF.
Valentine's Day. Sure, it's great for couples, but what if you're home alone, just looking at junk that reminds you of an ex? For you, February 14th can be dumpster day. Erase any sign of that loser with the help of Big John's roll-off service.
Big John's.
We call it therapeutic separation cleaning, and nothing will make you feel better this dumpster day than getting your own chocolates and getting rid of your ex's junk. It's good for the soul and will save you space. This February 14th, celebrate Dumpster Day with Big John's roll-off service.
Hey, it's John.
And Claire from Big John's Roll-Off Service. We believe in the power of therapeutic separation cleaning.
We can drop off the right size roll-off to help you get the fresh start you need.
Text us at 417-540-0663 or go to BigJohnsRolloff.com and get your flat rate upfront price today.
When you've got big waste, you need Big John's.
Big on service, big on savings. Big John's.
You're listening to News Talk KZRG 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. From Studio 1Z. With the latest news, commentary, and weather. It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
36 in Joplin, 32 in Pittsburgh, 37 in Miami, 43 in Neosho, Stark City area. It's Ted Bojorquez.
It's Steve Scott.
On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Beautiful day.
Oh, it's going to be great. Lots of sunshine when the sun finally does come up, which it has not even started yet on the eastern horizon. High today is 76. Wind's going to be light southerly, becoming southwesterly at 5 to 10 miles per hour this morning. Then mostly clear tonight, down to 52 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, mostly sunny. It'll be cooler, the high of only 66. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming mostly clear with the overnight low down to 38. Coolest day so far this week will be Wednesday with sunshine and the high near 59. That according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. And we'll be talking with her coming up at about 7:25 this morning.
Yeah, that's true. We speak nothing but the truth, the big true.
And nothing but the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So help me God.
That's true as well. Hey, a lot going on today at 7:10. We're going to be joined by Joplin Mayor Keenan Cortez. We're going to be talking to him about the big Momentum Bike Park news that broke last week. Pretty exciting stuff. There's also been some rumblings. Cue rumble sound effect.
Rumble, 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 rumble.
Nailed it. There's been some rumblings. No, that one was too real, Steve, and this is not ASMR hours,
No,
Steve.
that was sounding like my cat purring in my ear.
Uh-huh. Yeah, interesting. In any case, we're also going to be talking to him about comments made regarding basically questions on who should and who shouldn't be allowed to speak at Joplin City Council meetings. We're going to be getting his thoughts on that. And notably, it's surrounding whether or not, or I guess I should say, the question of residency. Should only Joplin residents be able to speak at Joplin City Council meetings? Or, since it's a regional hub, should everybody be able to speak? And then how far does that go? Can someone from Kansas City, Kansas come and speak? Can someone from, let's say, Topeka, Kansas come to the Joplin City Council?
What if, say, somebody from the country of Germany was deciding to possibly build a new factory here in the Joplin area, which is not happening. But if it were happening, could somebody from Germany speak?
Yeah, and that's a good question. So then where's the cap? What if you want to have an expert speak on, say, a development thing, but he's not from Joplin? Is he not allowed to speak then? That'd be a little silly. So we're going to be getting the mayor's thoughts on all that. At 7:40, we'll be talking to Joplin Fire Department's Dustin Luno about some fire safety. And, of course, we saved the best for last. Drum roll, please, Steve.
Thank you. You hit it.
Mm-hmm. Today at 8:40. We are going to be joined live by Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe. Yeah, the big K is in town. Is that a whistle?
Trying to.
Yeah, try.
My whistle's dry this morning.
Ew. Anyway, 6:15 is the KZRG News Time. If you have any questions for Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe, feel free to text them to 417-782-1310. Well, here's even more exciting news.
Oh, I'm so excited.
More exciting than the governor joining our airwaves. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Registration is now open for the 2026 Heroes to Hives program. Let's go.
right.
When I saw this news, I called my parents and said, Mom, it's finally here.
Heroes
finally.
to Hives. Yes.
The 2026 registration. I jumped with joy. My downstairs neighbors got their broom and started, jabbing the ceiling above them, going, shut up there. They said, you shut up. It's the Heroes to Hive 2026 registration. It's finally open.
Yeah, you do live on the top apartment, don't you?
Well, and by top apartment, I mean I just camp out on some rooftop somewhere.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's Walmart's rooftop. Sometimes it's Target's rooftop. Most of the time, I end up getting, kicked out after a couple of days. But anyway, basically, this is a program for veterans who want to learn about beekeeping. They can attend this self-paced online class, which runs through March through November. Hence the name Heroes to Hives. It's for veterans that want to beekeep. So some call it a very, very, very specific subsect of the population. But I say it's about time that beekeeping and U.S. combat veterans finally merge together into one focal point, Heroes to Hives.
That's true. I thought you were talking about something you break out in on your skin, some hives.
No.
Okay.
No, that seems to be a you thing. And by the way, apparently a bit of a Freudian slip and peek behind the Steve Scott curtain there. And to be honest, I don't know if I want more than just a peek, because that was a little scary in of itself.
Would you like to see my scar?
No.
Oh, okay.
I would not. And thank your lucky stars out of the 4 states that you just have to listen to this. I have to see it. No. Put your clothes back on, Steve. My God.
My clothes are on. I was just
This is a place of business, sir. This is a family show. But in any case, basically, these vets, they will receive on-ground training on hive handling, hive inspections, pest and pathogen management, and beekeeping ergonomics from April to October. And by the way, pest and pathogen management, Steve took a couple of those classes, hoping that it would be useful to get rid of me.
Right.
But unfortunately, I'm still here.
You're still here. Mm-hmm. You need your hat this morning. Your hair's a little messed up with the headphones.
My hair's a little messed up with the headphones, says Steve. All right. Now, basically, on-the-ground training sessions are for registered veteran participants and their dependents aged 18 and older, so their kids can join, which is pretty cool. So registration can be found at newstalkkzrg.com. There's a whole lot of other details about this Heroes to Hives program for 2026. Registration is now open, so that's pretty cool.
But there's one very, very good byproduct from bees.
What's that?
Honey.
Oh.
They make honey in their hives.
Is that so?
Yes.
Well, there you have it.
It's very sweet.
That's true. Switching gears on you here, but keeping it local and keeping it farm fresh. Wicked farm fresh. Drop us a beat, Steve. Wicked farm fresh. We're farming fresh to table. Fresh to table. If your farm in Missouri has been in your family since December 31st, 1926, you can apply to have it recognized as a Missouri Century Farm.
All right.
Nothing but good news this morning. Now, the University of Missouri College of Agriculture, the Food and Natural Resources, the MU Extension Ag and Environment Team, and the Missouri Farm Bureau sponsor this program. And basically, if your farm has been in your family for 100 years.
Consecutive years,
thank you, Steve, can register. That registration opened this month, about 8 days ago, and the deadline is May 1st. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, I can get a official designation, official recognition of Missouri Century Farm. What do I get out of that?
What do you get?
Nothing.
You get recognition.
It's a flex. Basically, you get to say, yeah, I got a Century Farm. So it's a flex. You do get a plaque, but you have to pay for the plaque.
But you get to be very proud because it's stayed in your family for 100 years.
I mean, you could be very proud without registering it as a Century Farm, too.
Yeah, but, it's
a
big deal.
I've had a 7-year pen, which is a pen that allegedly lasts for 7 years. I've had it for 10 now. I'm proud of that. I don't need any statewide recognition.
Well, I've had some LED light bulbs that are supposed to last 9 years. It lasted only 4.
Oh, really? Are you proud of it, Steve?
Oh, I'm very proud.
Well, there you go.
But only lasted 4.
No need to register.
I had to buy a new one to replace it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, it's just a flex. It's not a bad thing. I mean, it is pretty cool. I mean, you get a plaque and you get to show your friends and post it on Facebook, I guess. So, there's a couple of requirements in terms of what actually, which farms, which lands actually qualify for this program. We'll get into it later on this morning.
Did you know that it started 50 years ago? This program?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it started 50 years ago in 1976. And since then, more than 10,000 Missouri farms have received that Century Farm designation.
Steve's spitting fun facts this morning.
Yes.
So more fun fact details just like that can be found at newstalkkzrg.com. KZRG News Time, 6:20.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
The grandson of the founder of the Islamic Republic said Americans will die before Iran is humiliated, and also stated that Israel would be erased if Muslim nations ever acquired the military power to do so. Welp, at least we know their intentions under no uncertain terms.
Number 2.
The biggest American holiday was yesterday, the Super Bowl. I thought it was Christmas. The Seahawks crushed the Patriots 29-13 in sunny California, but while it was a good game, the halftime show garnered some criticism. It was kind of bad, I understand, like a bad bunny.
Christmas is a global holiday, Steve.
Oh,
the Super
okay.
Bowl is a truly uniquely American holiday.
Oh.
It's America's biggest holiday.
Okay.
Number 1.
Speaking of Bad Bunny's halftime show is almost exclusively in Espanol. Meanwhile, Turning Point USA's All-American Super Bowl halftime show featuring Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett had garnered 5 million people streaming it live during the Bad Bunny halftime show.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What were your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime show? We want to know. Join the nearly 100 others who have already let us know their thoughts.
100 others? Jeez.
What are your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime show? Coming up, what is going on with your money? On News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. If you enjoyed the warm weather yesterday, I think you'll like the weather we have this week. Overall, a warm stretch and not a lot of rain either. Now, today looks to be the warmest day this week.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Tomorrow, a few clouds. It's a little bit cooler. 65 tomorrow. Sunny and 50.
Hark the Herald live stream sings. Steve raps well. Ted plays left wing. That's funny. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Gary. Hello, Sarisa.
Gary said, is Ted a leftist? Sarisa said no, but he plays one on air. That's very funny, Sarisa. Steve, were you whistling at Ted?
No.
Gary said, I don't want to peek at anything about Steve.
We're talking fewer coats, less mess, and low-odor formulas that won't clear out the house. These coatings are built to last with stain resistance, tough enough to handle the scrub.
Oh, Gary. That is where you're wrong, good sir. Gary said, switching gears, Ted probably can't even drive a standard. Are you ready for this one, Gary? I learned how to drive a car via stick shift. I took my driving, my first car was a stick shift, and that's how I learned how to drive. So,
But
as a matter of
unfortunately,
fact,
the
Mr.
instructions
Gary,
were not in cursive. Otherwise, he would not have learned how to drive.
I may not know how to read cursive, but I can drive a stick, I can assure you. My dad got attacked by bees a few years ago. I remember when he worked for USF Holland together as drivers. He came to work with his face all split up. And, oh, really? I know. Look at me go, Sarisa.
Our message out there, but I feel like I was throwing money in lots of different directions and really probably wasting my money. Zimmer Marketing, when they approached me, Brett James came in and he wanted to know about me, our business. He wanted to understand what our goals were, what it is that we are trying to do here. They're not just trying to sell you time on the air. They're trying to help you build your business. So if you're a new company, I definitely recommend attending Brand's information, taking to heart what it is they have to say, and implementing it. It's been huge for the success of our family business.
Make 2026 the year you invest in you. Get started today at ZimmerMarketing.com. Zimmer Marketing. It just works.
I'm Nicole Murray with your money now. Novo Nordisk shares jumped 8% this morning after Hims & Hers said it would pull its copycat weight loss pill off the market. Novo Nordisk, maker of Wegovy, and the FDA had threatened legal action against Hims & Hers, which announced over the weekend it would not sell the pill. Shares of Chinese interconnect chip designer Montage Technology surged more than 60% in its Hong Kong trading debut today, following an initial share sale that raised $902 million. Founded in 2004, the Shanghai-based company specializes in supporting infrastructure chips for high-performance computing, data centers, and artificial intelligence applications. Hundreds of Google workers have signed an open letter urging the company to cut its ties with ICE and CBP after rising violence. The letter also calls on the company to institute protections for its workers. It adds to mounting pressure on tech companies to speak out against federal immigration policies. Futures are slightly lower. That's your money now.
Build your team, build it sooner. Beat your match on ZipRecruiter.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. All your roles, fill them sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hey, your friend Sean Hannity here. Every weekday starting at 2, I am live on FM 102.9 and AM 1310 News Talk KZRG. Tune in. Stay up to date.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 6:30, Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott. It's going to be a beautiful day today. The warmest day of the week. Enjoy it. Sunshine when the sun finally wakes up, and the high today 76. Tonight mostly clear down to 52 for the overnight low, which is warmer than what it is right now. Tomorrow a little bit cooler, mostly sunny 66. Wednesday it's going to be sunny with a high near 58, and then 62 for the high on Thursday. Chance of showers coming up on Thursday night and Friday. The high on Friday only 57, 50 for the high on Saturday, and 55 for the high on Sunday, according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
That's exactly right. We're going to be keeping a thing or an eye on all things weather, I should say. We're not going to be keeping a thing on anything. That'd be a little weird. Hey, coming up at 8:40. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe will be joining News Talk KZRG. He's actually going to be in Joplin today for a couple of public events, which is pretty neat. You can go to KZRG, newstalkkzrg.com for details. But if you have any questions for Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe, feel free to text them to us at 417-782-1310. We're going to be talking to him about phasing out the state income tax. We're also going to be talking to him about data centers. That's obviously a pretty big, touchy subject in Joplin.
Really?
So, I know. Shocking. So we're going to be getting his thoughts on that. Coming up at 7:10, we're going to be joined by Joplin Mayor Keenan Cortez. We're going to be talking to him about the Momentum Bike Park, along with who should and shouldn't be able to speak at Joplin City Council meetings. Should it just be residents, or should it be expanded further than just that? At 7:40, we'll be joined by Joplin Fire Department's Dustin Luna. We got all sorts of stuff going on for you today. Coming up after the news, in about 10 minutes here at around 6:40, local grants, 200,000 of them to help local organizations. It's up for grabs. Could be yours. That's coming up next on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
At 6:30, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. Ransom deadline this afternoon.
DHS funding debate in Congress.
Epstein's girlfriend to testify. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG heading for a high of 76. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 6:38. 41 now in Neosho, 32 in Pittsburgh, 36 in Baxter Springs, 36 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk, KZRG. Officials are desperately searching to find Nancy Guthrie as the deadline and the ransom note is approaching. Madeline Rivera has more.
KGUN 9, a local TV news outlet which received one of the original ransom notes, says the demand is $6 million and threatened Nancy Guthrie's life if it's not paid today by 5 o'clock. The family is begging whoever took her to bring her home. So the FBI tells the Associated Press when Savannah says, quote, "We have received your message," she is referencing another alleged ransom note sent via email to local TV news station KOLD on Friday. KOLD says that email, which they have not released to the public, did not contain proof of life of Nancy. Guthrie's family is allegedly being told to pay the ransom in Bitcoin.
Senators are hoping to avoid another partial shutdown as they weigh the Democratic terms for the Department of Homeland Security's funding.
Democratic senators spelled out their proposal to fund DHS ahead of a Friday midnight deadline. The text is said to contain demands to reform immigration and customs enforcement procedures to include unmasking agents and body camera usage in their enforcement. The step gives Congress a week to negotiate and agree on the specifics before Friday night. Fox News is told senators think good faith discussions are possible, while some suggest a second interim spending bill may be needed to buy more time for discussion. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is reportedly setting a hard deadline for Republicans to make a deal. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Jeffrey Epstein's former girlfriend, who's currently in prison, now expected to testify before the House Oversight Committee today from prison.
Ghislaine Maxwell was sentenced to 20 years in prison for her role in Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking of minors. Now the House Oversight Committee is scheduled to depose her today. Her attorney says she'll plead the Fifth and invoke her right against self-incrimination. South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace says that tactic, post-conviction, shows Maxwell still worried about protecting powerful people who could be implicated. Maxwell's attorney says it's a legal tactic, as post-conviction litigation is far from over. Maxwell's expected to testify virtually from the federal prison camp in Bryan, Texas, known as Club Fed. She was transferred there from a prison in Florida after a private meeting with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
It is 6:33:36 now at News Talk KZRG.
The temperature in Shoal Creek was low, around 35 degrees, but the spirits were sky high in Joplin this weekend.
Hundreds of residents, students, and law enforcement officers braved the icy waters at Rivers Bend Family Resort and Campground for the 2026 Polar Plunge. The goal? Supporting the more than 12,000 athletes of Special Olympics Missouri. Early reports show the event was a massive success. Top fundraiser Ryan Mendoza alone brought in over $1,500, while the Carthage Police Department led the pack for local teams. Funds from the plunge go directly towards sports equipment, health screenings, and making sure every athlete has a chance to compete. Ethan Thomas, News Talk KZRG.
A lot of improvements displayed at the grand reopening of the Joplin History and Mineral Museum on Friday morning. Museum Director Chris Wiseman telling News Talk KZRG.
We have a new audiovisual room. We have the new permanent Route 66 exhibit. We have reworked our exhibit on Bonnie and Clyde. We focused on some businesses from historic Joplin, like the Keystone Hotel, the House of Lords. We've added photos and stuff to our mineral side that deal more with the human element of mining instead of just the rocks and minerals that were mined here.
That museum located in Schifferdecker Park. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. 36 now at 6:35. News Talk KZRG.
The Clintons have agreed to a deposition with the House Oversight Committee. Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson is a member of that committee, and he says he's pleased about that agreement.
This is a good win for the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. You know, imagine you're a young girl
who is going through that process. You're being victimized by this horrible man, and then you see that he is, he brings in Bill Clinton to his house. You see him, hobnobbing with all these rich and powerful people. When the president of the United States is friends with the guy that's victimizing you, it's a chilling effect.
Burleson says Hillary Clinton needs to talk about how she benefited from Clinton Foundation, which Burleson says was the brainchild of Jeffrey Epstein.
Three Doors Down frontman Brad Arnold, dead at the age of 47 after a year-long battle with cancer.
Arnold died Saturday, surrounded by loved ones, following a battle with cancer. He announced his stage 4 cancer diagnosis in May of last year. Arnold was a founding member, vocalist, and original drummer of the popular rock band. Among their hits, Here Without You.
I'm here without you, baby.
Another of the band's hits included Kryptonite, which Arnold wrote at the age of 15 during his math class. He and fellow band members Todd Harrell and Matt Roberts formed the band in 1996 while still in high school. Deborah Valentine, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NFL action, it was never in question as the Seahawks were wire-to-wire winners, beating the Patriots 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. In D2 softball, MSSU went 4-0 on Saturday and Sunday with wins over Arc Tech, Southwest Baptist, Texas Women's University, William Jewell improved to 10-1. Pitt State went 5-0 in the Southern Colorado crossover with 2 wins over Adams State and Colorado State Pueblo, as well as a win over Colorado Springs. In D2 baseball, PSU went 4-0 this weekend in the Edmond First Pitch Classic. They're 7-0 on the season. MSSU baseball beat Harding 11-1 on Saturday before losing a pair of games against Ouachita Baptist on Sunday in the HSU Invitational. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns is buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news, 7 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. If you enjoyed the warm weather yesterday, I think you'll like the weather we have this week. Overall, a warm stretch and not a lot of rain either. Now, today looks to be the warmest day this week. 76 the high this afternoon. Low 50s overnight. Tomorrow, a few clouds. It's a little bit cooler. 65 tomorrow. Sunny and 58 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 41 in Neosho, 32 in Pittsburgh, 36 in Webb City, 36 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now, 6:38.
I have a membership for clothes and still wear the same stuff every day. I have a gym membership, never use it, but I'm pretty much locked into it for the whole year. But there is one that I actually use and I can cancel whenever I want.
There's no such thing.
It doesn't exist.
Prove it.
It's my Hurricane Car Wash membership.
Keep your ride spotless or cancel anytime with an unlimited wash Hurricane Car Wash membership. Get daily washes in the soft touch or touch-free bays 24/7 at all 3 of their locations, 2 in Carthage and 1 in Webb City. Hurricane knows you'll love the convenience of your membership and the look of a clean car year-round, but if you ever need to take a break, you can cancel anytime. You're never locked into your membership, so get the membership you will actually use, that you'll see the results, and you can cancel anytime. Download the Touch4Wash app today or find out more at hurricanecarwash.net. When the only thing strong enough to fight the dirt is a hurricane. Hurricane Car Wash.
In 1884, Community Bank and Trust opened its doors with one mission: to serve the families and businesses in the 4-state area. 139 years later, and we're still serving our communities with local banking that feels very different. Visiting Community Bank and Trust feels more like visiting your neighbor. We'll always say hi and welcome you in. We'll always ask you how you are because we care about the answer. And whatever you need help with, our people will always find a way to make it happen. Visit your local Community Bank and Trust branch today to see what we mean. Be sure to ask about our absolutely free checking, the account that gives you all the features you need for 0 monthly fees. No matter which account you choose, you'll also get a free gift card just for banking with us. Stop in today and make the switch to your local employee-owned bank. Community Bank and Trust, where trust is so important. It's in our name. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 580491.
My name is Brandy. I am the lead assistant for Team Dental of Joplin, and this is Hadley. She is one of my favorite patients here at Team Dental of Joplin. Hadley, what do you want to be when you grow up?
The answer to that question is a dentist.
What made you decide you want to be a dentist?
Just seeing how they work and how nice and fun it is. They always are introducing new staff members to me and telling them all about how I want to be a dentist when I grow up and how Dr. Lemus is super funny. They like the Chiefs, so probably if you like the Chiefs, you should probably go there.
Absolutely. Hadley is the model patient at Team Dental of Joplin. She always does a great job when we have her in the chair.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. Welcome to the neighborhood practice for your whole family. Learn more at teamdentalofjoplin.com.
Team Dental of Joplin, the neighborhood practice for your whole family.
Clay Travis here and Buck Sexton. Make your day better and come hang with us from 11 to 2 p.m. right here on News Talk KZRG.
We talk news, politics, sports, and also some fun culture stuff too.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
642, Ted Pahorkes.
Steve Scott.
Davis.
At 8:40 this morning, we're going to be joined live by Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe. If you have any questions for the governor, feel free to text us at 417-782-1310.
It's not going to be too bad today. In fact, it's going to be great, but it's going to be the warmest day of the week. Sunny today with a high, oh my goodness, 76 for the high today. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of only 66. Then it's going to be 59 with the high on sunshine on Wednesday. And Thursday, mostly cloudy with the high of only 62. And then on Friday, 57 with a chance of some showers and mostly cloudy. Saturday, showers likely, mostly cloudy with a high near 50. So we're going to enjoy the warmest day of the week with lots of sunshine. 76, that according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
It's AM 1310 FM, 102.9, 105.9. News Talk KZRG. We're going to be getting into the story regarding local grant opportunities, but first, what did you guys think of the Super Bowl halftime show? I know Steve stayed up extra late just to watch his favorite performer of all time, Mr. Bad Bunny. He's a huge Bad Bunny fan. Steve has pink bunny ears that are fluffy that he wore while watching the performance, and he walked around with a carrot all night in honor of Mr. Bad Bunny.
I went to bed at the 2-minute warning because that was 2 minutes warning me the Bad Bunny was going to be on there, so I went and shut it off and went to bed.
You bugged out, huh?
Yep. I didn't even turn on Turning Point USA's alternate halftime show.
Do you hate this country, Steve?
I did not see Kid Rock and all the other people.
Who did not watch Turning Point USA's halftime show clearly hates America, and that's a fact, Jack. Lucas, thoughts?
Did you watch the regular halftime show?
Did I? That's the question.
Did you?
Did I watch the regular halftime show?
I know you didn't watch the game. Did you tune in just for the halftime show?
Let me tell you something. I was desperately clamoring to watch.
It was
the
for
Super
the culture,
Bowl.
Ted. That's all I'm asking. Did you watch it?
Your spiders in the freezer were wanting to warm up to watch it.
I was desperately wanting to watch the Super Bowl, but I decided to protest. And that's why I didn't watch sports last night, is to protest Mr. Bad Bunny.
I didn't know if you did it for the culture because there's a guy on my Facebook. I call him Bizarro Ted.
Is he white?
No, he's Hispanic, but he's not skinny, and so he's like the opposite of Ted. He's about the same as you, though, personality-wise. He's just Bizarro Ted.
Nice.
Leans left.
But he was talking about on Facebook yesterday how this was just an unbelievable moment for the Hispanic culture and all that. I was like, man, I didn't know it was that big of a deal. And then I saw a bunch of Hispanic people saying they couldn't even understand what he was saying.
Yeah, there's a tweet here I want to read to you. Apparently there's a joke going around the Spanish internet, which is just Twitter and TikTok.
Just like Black Twitter.
It's not Spanish internet. It's Espanol internet.
Excuse me, Steve. You're right. They said Americans are mad Bad Bunny is singing in Spanish at the Super Bowl and they can't understand him. Joke's on them. We can't either. Between the slurred, lispy Puerto Rican Spanish and the Babone accent in particular, it's famously uninterpretable and ununderstandable. So nobody could understand it.
Boy, that really makes me want to subscribe to Apple Music, as they were saying all night in the first half of the game.
Dude, my favorite thing since that halftime show has just been the abundance of just liberals just getting on their high horse and just, even though I didn't understand a single word that was said, it was such a powerful halftime show.
So magical.
The message was just so outstanding.
You know, what's really funny is you and I have different liberal friends. I have classmates that are very liberal from different parts of the country, and that is almost identical to what they also said.
I don't have any liberal friends, pretty much. They've all gotten rid of me on Facebook. But this is just on Twitter as I was
classmates.
scrolling.
They're classmates, so I do remain friends with mine.
No, yeah, I don't. They've all gotten rid of me. Like, it's
they drop Lucas like a sack of potatoes.
As soon as they see me poop posting all the time, they're like, well, I don't want to see this constantly in my thread.
Yeah, that's true.
KZRG News Time 6:45. What are your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime show? Did you even watch it? I saw one response on our Facebook page. I can't credit who it was because it disappeared. So what I mean by that is we have over 100, and so I read it and then it got lost somewhere in the comments.
Forever.
But somebody said I prefer the original Bad Bunny, Mr. Bugs.
Yeah.
And I thought
what's up, Doc?
I thought that was funny. So
I can't wait to see what the ratings come out as. Like, not even just the Super Bowl in general, because it wasn't
they'll
that
be
exciting of
skewed.
a game. So
I
wonder
honestly-
if people actually quit watching the game and never tuned into the halftime
I
show.
honestly doubt the NFL would allow something like that again, just because even if, like, for people that sit on the fence, they're like, dude, I don't understand what's going on. This sucks.
So the only way that the NFL doesn't do this again is if they take a hit financially. That's the only way
Oh,
they'll
of course.
stop doing something, because they're such a juggernaut that honestly I don't even think, because they've done the woke stuff before and it still didn't hurt them. I honestly think the only thing that takes down the NFL at this point, because it's so powerful of an entity, is gambling. Like, if you find out that something in the NFL was rigged at some point in time or fixed, that's the only thing I think that will kill the NFL at this point.
Oh, that's
It is
interesting.
so big. I don't think, because the whole reason of that halftime show last night was to try to get international fans to like the game.
Right.
But the thing of it is that only Americans care about the NFL.
How many
I get
Puerto
they're
Ricans
trying.
are there? How many Puerto
There's a
Ricans
lot.
are there?
I think there's like 5 million, isn't there, or something like that?
In the entire world, 5 million? Boy, that's a lot to target for the NFL.
I mean, the whole thing.
No,
of it
but
is
they're talking
just
the
talking about
Spanish
Latin
world.
America,
They
yeah.
want to bring it to Mexico. They
Yeah.
want to bring it to Colombia. They
Just
want to
all
bring it to
over.
Brazil. The whole
Yeah.
Spanish-speaking world.
And
they
that's
want to
what
bring
last
it
night
to.
was for, which I get it, but at the same time, you're going to upset your entire fan base.
The initial
predominant
fan base.
which is the conservative nation, is essentially all diehard NFL fans. Plus, you have liberals. Liberals don't care, but your hardcore fans are mostly conservatives.
Hey, but you get what you pay for. The NFL paid nothing for the halftime show last night.
never
Not a
do.
thing. They never do.
They don't ever pay for the national anthem either. It's crazy.
KZRG News Time 6:48. What are your thoughts, though? We want to know. Well, grant applications for a total of $200,000 now being accepted by the Joplin Regional Community Foundation's Philanthropic Society. The JRCFPS, as I know and love them as. They're a group of community members whose goal it is basically to just provide local grants to address local issues. And so for this year's grant making, the Philanthropic Society, they will be awarding up to $50,000 for high priority needs in the Joplin, Webb City, and Carl Junction region. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, well, what is a high priority need? Well, they have issued their own definition. They define 4 high priority needs for the Joplin, Webb City, Carl Junction region, and that is barriers to work and prosperity, child welfare and education, community health and safety, and the 4th one is housing affordability and homelessness. So if you work for a program or a nonprofit, if you know someone that works for a program or a nonprofit, or maybe you are starting up a program or nonprofit that could address one of these 4 high priority needs in the Joplin, Webb City, Carl Junction region, you can apply and get up to $50,000 to help further your work in these efforts, which is pretty cool. So you can go to newstalkkzrg.com. The deadline for the application is 11:45 p.m. on Wednesday, March 4th. March 4th. So you got a little bit here, but not that long. So go ahead and check it out. Application details can be found at newstalkkzrg.com. Something else that's pretty cool, this organization reportedly over the past 6 years, they have granted more than $1.2 million in nonprofits serving the Joplin, Webb City, and Carl Junction area. This, to me, is neat in that, hey, we don't just need the government to solve our problems. There can be a group of good-willed citizens that put their money where their mouth is to try and bettering the community that they reside in, that they live in, that they know and love, in this case, the Joplin, Webb City, Carl Junction area, and they can try and make it a better place. I think that's awesome.
That's how things worked before everybody started relying on the government to do things for them.
Yeah, exactly.
The old bootstraps.
Old bootstraps. Gotta love them. KZRG News Time, 6:50.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
The grandson of the founder of the Islamic Republic said, Americans will die before Iran is humiliated, and also stated that Israel would be erased if Muslim nations ever acquire the military power to do so. Well, at least we know their intentions under no uncertain terms.
Number 2.
The biggest American holiday was yesterday, the Super Bowl. The Seahawks crushed the Patriots 29-13 in sunny California. But while it was a good game, the halftime show garnered some criticism. Really?
Number 1.
Bad Bunny's halftime show was almost exclusively in Espanol. Meanwhile, Turning Point USA's All-American Super Bowl halftime show featuring Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett had garnered 5 million people streaming it live during the Bad Bunny halftime show.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
It's the talk of the town right now. What were your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime show? Better question, which one did you watch?
Okay.
Okay. Text us at 417-782-1310. Better yet, leave us an open mic message.
I would have kept going, but that's the extent of my Spanish.
That's all he knows.
6 years. That's the extent of my Spanish.
Okay.
That and no sé.
No sé. De donde es? 417-782-1310. What are your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime show? Coming up, Sean Hannity's Morning Minute. You can tune into Sean Hannity every single weekday starting at 2. And also, in addition to that, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe joining us live here on the Morning News Watch at 8:40. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. If you enjoyed the warm weather yesterday, I think you'll like the weather we have this week. Overall, a warm stretch and not a lot of rain either. Now, today looks to be the warmest day this week. 76 the high this afternoon. Low 50s overnight. Tomorrow, a few clouds. It's a little bit cooler. 65 tomorrow. Sunny and... I'm meteorologist.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I was telling everybody about it before it blew up.
Jody, good morning, Jody.
That was when I was all about Donald Glover, like, because he had stand-up going on, he was doing Community, and he had Freaks and Geeks, dude. Freaks and Geeks was such a good song.
Was he on Freaks
No,
and Geeks?
his song Freaks and Geeks. That's what got me onto his music, was that song.
Dude, he had this country in the at least a generation of this country in the palm of his hand for a good 3 years, and then he just sleuthed away.
ATL hit and it kind of just fell off after that. Which
Yeah.
ATL's good, but it was just
I get it.
It was just a different vibe than what
I
he
get it.
normally
Like,
did.
I feel like that level of fame and creative output is so draining on someone. I mean, same with like Tyler, the Creator. Dude, he was the talk of the town for a few years. Nothing anymore.
What's his name?
So I get
White Jew rapper.
Who?
White Jew rapper.
Oh, Lil Dicky.
Yeah, Lil D.
Lil D, yeah. He was everywhere too. But so I get it. Like whatever it
And then
is.
he did Dave, and now since Dave, he's kind of cooled it
You
down.
just gotta take a back seat. Like they're probably exhausted.
Yeah.
Mixed with they don't want to Chris Pratt themselves.
Yeah, and Donald Glover was a writer and all. Like he wrote for 30 Rock and all that stuff too. Like he was doing everything. Like, Community was kind of his big break, like into acting and all that.
No, I think I like him a lot.
Yeah. I really wished he would have played Miles Morales when he was younger.
Avery.
But I'm glad they made him at least Prowler in the MCU. That was cool.
Yeah, he did. That is true. That is true, Chris. By the way, good morning, Chris. Chris said towards the end of the halftime show, Bad Bunny actually said "God bless America" in English. He did do that, and then he said in Spanish "God bless," and then listed every Spanish-speaking country he could possibly think of. Which I don't mind. I think God can bless all the countries.
Just like, the thing with this is just don't watch it if you don't care. Like, I didn't care, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, that's why I don't watch.
I don't ever watch the halftime show ever.
Unless
it's like something I'm interested, I'll pop in and look.
You know what's crazy? So for the past 5 years, I didn't watch the Super Bowl, and then the next day I go on YouTube and I look up Super Bowl commercials.
Just watch the montage of commercials.
I watch all the commercials.
Dude, they've been so bad lately too. They're never funny anymore.
No, I didn't even bother this year.
Comedy's
because
dead.
last year's was so unfunny.
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
Everybody's afraid to take risks now.
Yep.
Comedy is just about dead. It's on its lifeline.
Hey, Garrett.
Freaking Gen Z, kill everything.
Three on the Tree? No, I don't know that one. I also know I don't know how to drive a 13-speed manual. So you did checkmate me there.
Do you know how to drive just a regular stick shift?
I do. That was my first car. Sorry,
what was that, Kramer? Do you know how to double clutch? Yeah.
Just
Just grind the hell out of it.
I know how to drive stick shift from the floor and on the tree.
I drove a stick shift my whole life until about 4 months ago.
Dude, I miss it.
I loved it.
I miss.
You're
my
always
stick shift
alert.
a lot. It's just fun. It's engaging.
That's what I'm saying. You're always because of that it's engaging. You're always focused on the road.
Right.
Always.
And it just made me feel like Dominic Toretto just going to the store. Family. This is awesome.
Now we've had in 4 years and coming down further with the new Fed chair. I'm sure that'll happen. Inflation now in check. Billions in committed investment monies that are accelerated by 100% depreciation in year one. We're going to be manufacturing automobiles again in America, something that Obama said those jobs are never coming back. We will be manufacturing our own pharmaceuticals, our own semiconductor chips. Rare earth mining is going to continue, and the most energy aggressive policies in the history of the country, which has led to the lowest gas prices again in 5 years. That's like a tax cut for everybody. The largest tax cuts in history.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
All right, you know what Pure Talk's favorite holiday is? President's Day, because they believe wireless service should only cost you a couple of presidents, just a Jackson and a Lincoln to be exact. And for $25 a month with Pure Talk, you can get unlimited talk and text, plenty of data. Compare that to their competitors. Now, the big carriers would rather celebrate Benjamin Franklin Day so they can charge your family hundreds and hundreds every month. And by the way, he wasn't even a president. Pure Talk is a veteran-owned company that supports veterans' causes. They invest in the U.S. They have a U.S. customer service team. When you call, you're talking to someone right here at home. And Pure Talk, they use the same cell towers, same 5G network. You get the same service without the inflated price. $25 a month, unlimited talk and text and plenty of data. No contract, no cancellation fee. Just dial pound 250. Say the keyword save now. You save an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250. Keyword save now. Make the switch to Pure Talk.
The world moves fast, so tune in to me, Mark Levin, every weekday starting at 5 on News Talk KZRG for the latest news, politics, and commentary. You won't want to miss it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be sunny today with a high near 76, according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Mostly sunny tomorrow, 66. 59 with sunshine on Wednesday, mostly cloudy, and 62 for the high on Thursday. Chance of showers starting Thursday night, going all the way through Saturday night.
Coming up after the news in about 10 minutes here at around 7:10, we're going to be joined by Joplin Mayor Keenan Cortez. We're going to be talking to him about the big news regarding Joplin's new Momentum Bike Park. We're also going to be talking to him about who should and shouldn't be allowed to speak at Joplin City Council meetings. And if you have any questions for the mayor, text us at 417-782-1310. Good morning.
The four states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 7 o'clock.
Deadline day for the Guthries. Gianna Gelosi, Fox News. The FBI says today is the final deadline set by a purported kidnapper for Savannah Guthrie and her siblings to pay a ransom note to get their mother, Nancy, back.
We received your message, and we understand.
Law enforcement officials in the meantime continue to look for evidence and clues, searching her property extensively once again over the weekend.
Not a lot of activity at Nancy Guthrie's house in Tucson. Investigators back on the property looking at some sort of drain outlet. They were putting some long device down into the drain. We don't know, obviously, whether they were looking for a particular item or whether they were taking samples. We saw a couple of law enforcement agents at the Pima County Sheriff's Department walking in with what appeared to us to be some sort of blueprint or map. They spent about 30 minutes inside. Then they came back out, drove off somewhere. Well, we've now seen stills of what looked like a very similar map or blueprint hanging from one of the evidence collection vehicles at the command center.
That's Fox's Jonathan Hunt. Meanwhile, stocks surge in Japan after a landslide election. Fox's Jonathan Savage has the details.
Japan's vote of confidence in Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi is being echoed in Tokyo's financial markets, the Nikkei 225 index reaching a record high. Takaichi's LDP party won a two-thirds supermajority in Sunday's election, the first time that's happened since Japan's current parliament was established in 1947. Takaichi called the snap election last month, having only taken office in October. A campaigner for traditional values, she's been endorsed by President Trump. Japan's first female prime minister campaigned on a promise to cut taxes and boost Japan's economy through spending. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG, heading for a high of 76. Wow. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 7:08. 41 in Neosho, 30 in Pittsburgh, 36 in Carl Junction, 36 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk KZRG. A major shakeup in high school sports could be on the way in the state of Missouri.
A bill in the Missouri State Senate would strip the Missouri State High School Athletics Association, called MSHSAA, of its independence. The bill was introduced by State Senator Jason Bean, a Republican from Holcomb, Missouri. Senate Bill 863 would transfer governance of high school sports from MSHSAA to the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education and make other changes. MSHSAA is encouraging Missourians to oppose that bill. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Kansas City University first ever class of students in its Master of Health Science and Anesthesiologist Assistant program have started studies on the Joplin campus. Dr. John Paulson, interim dean of the College of Health Professions at KCU, he says interest in the program was strong.
For our inaugural program, we had over 900 applicants for 24 spots. The overwhelming majority of the students that were selected for this class were from this region. We actually have over 70% of the first class from Missouri and 83% from this four-state area.
Dr. Paulson says in hospitals work under the supervision of anesthesiology physicians.
A grand reopening of the Joplin History Mineral Museum last Friday morning. A ribbon cutting was held by both the Joplin and Carl Junction Chamber of Commerce. Museum Director Chris Wiseman telling News Talk KZRG.
Well, this is the culmination of about a month of very, very hard work for both my staff and the staff of the Joplin Maintenance Department. We have been closed for the month of January so that we could concentrate on getting the museum renovated.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. 36 now at 7:04. News Talk KZRG.
Superior Roofing and Construction in Joplin recently gave Alicia Smith, a single mother from Carl Junction, a completely free roof replacement. Owner Cole Slaughter says the company chose the family after reviewing more than 750 heartfelt testimonials, focusing on those facing real hardships, especially since her daughters had been patching the old roof themselves.
Yeah, we wanted to do this because, I wouldn't be standing here. We wouldn't have the ability to put the roof on if it wasn't for the people that have chose us over the last few years to take care of them and put their trust in us. And so we just felt what a great opportunity it'd be to take care of somebody in need.
In partnership with the Route 66 Subcommittee of Tourism, Vision Carthage, seeking a variety of artists to support a community art installation series. This series will include a total of 20 large maple leaf cutouts to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Route 66. Vision Carthage's Kate Kelly telling News Talk KZRG.
They will be placed in strategic locations throughout Carthage. We will have a passport book available so people can check in and make sure that they have seen them all, and they'll get a sticker and be able to say that they have seen all 20 of the custom creative maple leafs in the Maple Leaf City.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk KZRG.
In NFL action, it was never in question as the Seahawks were wire-to-wire winners, beating the Patriots 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. In D2 softball, MSSU went 4-0 on Saturday and Sunday with wins over Arc Tech, Southwest Baptist, Texas Women's University, William Jewell improved to 10-1. Pitt State went 5-0 in the Southern Colorado crossover with 2 wins over Adams State and Colorado State Pueblo, as well as a win over Colorado Springs. In D2 baseball, PSU went 4-0 this weekend in the Edmond First Pitch Classic. They're 7-0 on the season. MSSU baseball beat Harding 11-1 on Saturday before losing a pair of games against Ouachita Baptist on Sunday in the HSU Invitational. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns, buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 7:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. This does not feel like February. There's some cooler weather on the way, but today a warm day, 76. Tomorrow, 65. Wednesday, dry, 58. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Join Zimmer Marketing for their Color Pop and Shop event, Friday, March 6th from 4 to 8 at the Joplin Expo. Proceeds will be donated to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. For details, visit the Color Pop and Shop event page on Facebook.
Clean sweep on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. Now 43 in Neosho, 30 in Pittsburgh. It's 40 in Joplin, 40 in Galena. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time 7:08.
My wife says I'm pretty hard-headed. I'd say persistent. I try to stay loyal, but I got tired of getting the runaround when I'd order a dumpster for my jobs.
At Reliable Roll-Offs, they hear from people who are tired of false promises every day. Don't get burned again. If you're looking for a company to deliver on their word, Reliable Roll-Offs is ready to help. Get the right-sized roll-off for your job within 24 hours. Start on your free estimate at ReliableRolloffs.net. The best ability is reliability. Reliable Roll-Offs.
Let me share Brian's story. He's in Alabama, and he wrote in, he said, Glenn, after taking Relief Factor for just 3 weeks, at least 90% of my pain is gone. My pain had started to limit me at work and at home, and I am amazed at the relief that I have gotten. Those are Brian's own words, and they speak volumes about what Relief Factor can do. And I've seen that kind of transformation in myself, and hearing Brian's experience reinforces why I take endorsing Relief Factor so seriously. Before I started taking Relief Factor myself, I was losing hope that I could ever have a normal life again. My hands were in so much pain. It's created by doctors, a 100% drug-free product using 4 key ingredients. It supports the body's natural inflammatory response. Hundreds of thousands of people have ordered Relief Factor, and like Brian and me, over 2/3 of these people go on to order more month after month. So don't wait. If you're dealing with pain, launch your 3-week quick start and see what Relief Factor can do for you. Call 800-4RELIEF or go to relieffactor.com. Don't wait anymore. Feel what it's like to be out of pain. 1-800-4RELIEF.
Did you know GoodRx can help you save on medication, manage prescriptions, and get trusted health information?
If you're one of the millions living with a heart condition, check GoodRx for an easier, more affordable way to manage your health. GoodRx offers common heart medications for under $30. Just search for your prescription, find the best price, then show your pharmacist the GoodRx coupon. And it works whether you have insurance or not. To start saving and better manage your heart health, download the free app or visit GoodRx.com today. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Are you a fraud-paying American? 1 in 4 tax-paying Americans have been victim of identity fraud. With LifeLock, your identity, if it's stolen, they fix it guaranteed or your money back. And last year, billions in refunds were stolen. Could be from your salary, overtime, or second job. Gone. But this year, you don't need to stay a victim. Because this tax season, fraud-paying American is something no American should have to claim. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms do apply.
News, weather, politics. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
7:10, that's the KZRG News Time. 40 in Joplin, Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott.
On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Joining us live this morning is Joplin Mayor Kenan Cortez. Mayor, thanks for being here.
Good morning. Guess what? It's daylight.
Not only that, it's going to be up to, are you ready for this? 76 for the high today.
You can't tell right now if you're
it's
getting ready to
chilly.
leave the house and go out. It's crisp this morning.
Yeah, it is.
Light jacket.
That's what I have. I have my vest in the other room.
Light jacket for sure. Well, Joplin Mayor, speaking of being outside, some pretty big international news broke last week. Joplin's new Momentum Bike Park chosen as a host city for the 2026 UCI Pump Track Qualifier. Tell us all about it. How did this happen? This is pretty big.
I think it's a testament to the fact that in Joplin, Missouri, one of the most premier, large, state-of-the-art, as best as you can build them, bike parks was constructed. And it's amazing. If you have not been out to this bike park yet, you owe it to yourself to go out. Go off the Lone Elm entrance, go in there, drive up to the pump track, take a look, sit around for a few minutes. Today's going to be a great day to do that and see what's going on out there. This is amazing, and it's gotten the attention of people, not just locally, not just in the state of Missouri, not just regionally, but internationally. So we're going to have a great competition here later this year, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, talking about putting heads in beds and injecting some juice into the local economy and stuff like that. Yeah, we're on the map now.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I mean, some of the other host cities are in France and in the eastern part of the world, China. There's one, I think Canada was one of. It's all over.
Australia.
Australia
was one of them.
Australia is one of them,
too.
The
land down under.
The land down under. And also here in southwest Missouri, Joplin. So what was the process of Joplin being a part of this? Did they reach out to Joplin? Did Joplin reach out to them?
I don't have details on that. I don't know, but I would imagine just the press that Momentum Bike Park has been getting since we opened it up the Monday before Thanksgiving last year. Just think about that. It's only been open since the Monday before Thanksgiving, just a few months ago, and it's already capturing the attention of bike racing enthusiasts across the world.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the process was, how they ended up in Joplin, but I do know it's been really exciting. There's been a great vibe out there, and through this, we're already talking about, how can we even make it better? So this is going to be fantastic. I look forward to seeing this whole thing go, and, it's a little Joplin. I don't even know how we're going to, erect stands up there and all that kind of stuff, but it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to be a part of. I think there's going to be a lot of Joplin that benefits from this coming, whether you're a biking enthusiast or not. A lot of Joplin is going to benefit.
Right, exactly. And by the way, it's a pretty good problem to have if your main concern is, oh no, we might not have enough seats. How do we put up stands? If that's the big concern, that's a good problem to have.
And this is just the beginning for what this bike park could mean to our community.
Yeah. It's John Mayer here on News Talk KZRG. Anecdotally, Mayor, I told the story last week when we were talking about this big story, this Joplin's new Momentum Bike Park being chosen for one of the 2026 UCI Pump Track Qualifier event city locations, which is an international dealio. I had met some people from Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas, that came to Joplin just for the Momentum Bike Park, which is huge because that's a big biking community. And the fact that they're starting to bus up.
Yeah. What we'd heard for years and years and years was people wanted something here because they were tired of going to Northwest Arkansas to do their mountain biking, their off-trail biking. And now those people that we were going to see are coming up here because, my God, look what you got in Joplin. Yeah. It's pretty cool. And you're right. It's a great problem to have. But we have got great people and wonderful people that are going to be involved in this, and they're going to try to pull it off and make it a no-brainer in the future if people want to come here and do things in Joplin, Missouri.
Yeah. 7:15 is the KZRG News Time. Mayor, I wanted to also talk to you about some online discussion that has been circulating around the Joplin webosphere in the last week or so, and that is people discussing the idea of who should and shouldn't be allowed to speak at Joplin City Council meetings, notably the key word being residency.
Yeah.
Should only residents be allowed to speak at council meetings? What are your thoughts on this? Where do you stand on this sort of situation?
If you need to address the Joplin City Council, you should be able to address the Joplin City Council. That's what I'm going to say. Also, I'm going to tell you this. What we are looking at as a city, what I've instructed our legal department to take a look at is we don't want people coming to City Hall to hijack our business meeting. If it's on the agenda, come and speak to what's on the agenda. If it's not on the agenda, the restriction should be you're not allowed to come and hijack for 5 minutes or ever how long a situation that may be going on in the community, but we're not specifically addressing it at this meeting, and then hold up the meeting or delay the meeting or elongate the meeting based upon, what you feel needs to be addressed, whether or not it's on the official agenda or not. I have zero problem with any citizen coming to the podium to say, hey, elected officials, here are my concerns for the community. Here are my concerns about this particular item we're discussing tonight, or you're about to vote on, or new legislation that you're going to impose upon the citizens. Zero problem with any of that. But
really quickly, you said any citizen of Joplin or any citizen of America?
Any citizen. I don't care if you're from Tupelo, Mississippi, or Portland, Maine. Could care less. If there's an issue going on in our community that you need to address the elected officials about, come to the podium and we'll give you your time. We'll let you have the microphone and you can address it. What I don't think is fair is coming and hijacking the meeting with items that we're not addressing at the moment. Not to say they're not important items in our community, but reach out to your city councilman, email them, give them a call, text them if you've got their number, set up a meeting with your zone councilman. That's why we have 4 zone councilmen on the council. You have 5 at-large council members. If you've got an issue that you need to talk about, you need to get out, you need to address with your elected officials, the part of the meeting that's for public comment is not necessarily the venue for that. If you got something you need to take care of, contact your councilman, set up a coffee, set up a lunch, set up a call. Just, hey, have you got 5 minutes? Can we have a phone call and address that issue? And then let us move and lobby on your behalf, and maybe it is something that can come up on the agenda in the next meeting or the next couple of meetings. But if we're not talking about apples and oranges at our city council meeting, we're talking about bananas and strawberries, and you want to come in and talk about apples and oranges, it kind of hijacks the whole meeting, throws us off, gets us off topic, off subject, and doesn't mesh with the business that we're trying to conduct.
Yeah. It's Joplin Mayor Kenny Cortez here on News Talk KZRG. We're talking about this idea who should and shouldn't be allowed to speak at Joplin City Council meetings, notably the idea of should only Joplin residents be able to speak at them. Mayor, what is the current order of operations right now in terms of Anyone can sign up to speak at these city council meetings.
Yep, sure can.
Lucas Davis had put out this idea, hey, maybe we should let Joplin residents speak first. If I'm a Joplin resident and Steve Scott isn't, and we both sign up, I get to speak first, Steve Scott gets to speak second. Is that how the process currently works, or is it just first come, first serve?
It's first come, first serve. The order of people that are there for public comment are basically the order in which they contacted the clerk and signed up to be on the agenda. It's real simple to get on the agenda to address council. I know that the instructions on how to do that is out there because we're having a meeting next week on next Tuesday, and there's going to be a number of people that have signed up to address city council on a particular subject that we're addressing here in our community. Before noon on Thursday, prior to the agenda being published, you got to contact city clerk. You got to call her office. You got to email her office. You got to go by the office and say, hey, here's my subject I want to talk about. Here's my name. Here's my information. I want to be on the agenda so I can address that. It's real simple to do that. My take on that is anybody that has an issue that they need to address in front of city council can come and do that. We're a very regional city. You know, Joplin is the economic hub, if you will, the educational hub, the medical care hub, the manufacturing hub, the trucking hub of the 4-state area. We are the biggest city as far as population-wise, but we are supported by the Carl Junctions, the Webb Cities, the Cartervilles, the Senecas, the Chicaxes, the Carthages, and those citizens that live in those other communities have just got just as much stake in what's going on around here in Joplin as anybody else. So if you want to come address us, that's fine. But let's stay on message. Let's stay on topic. Let's conduct business in the city of Joplin.
Yeah. Joplin Mayor Keenan Cortez, we're up against the clock here, but I know that the council's having a work session tonight. What's the buzz? What's going on?
The Joplin City Council tonight, we're going to address a couple items, Proposition Police and Fire Election Plan. We voted a couple meetings ago to put the renewal of the tax for police and fire on the ballot for April. It's due to expire when the retirement fund reaches a certain level. That's coming up soon, probably next year, 2027. So we're putting it on the ballot for a renewal that we can then take that money and dedicate it completely to police and fire. What's our plan for getting it on the ballot? How are we going to educate the community about what's going on? There's a citizen group that was formed, if you missed that in the last couple meetings, that people that are going to work on that specifically to try to get the word out, to make people go to the polls and vote in a positive manner so we can continue to do great things for our police and fire and our public safety officials and first responders. And the next item is the security improvement plan for our facilities. You know, how can we bolster, how can we improve the security? You know, city has a lot of stuff going on. We got vehicles, we got property places, we got a city hall. You know, how do we make sure that our security plan is up to speed, up to snuff, and is going to make everything that the city holds as an asset, including its people, safe and secure?
Yeah. Joplin Mayor Keenan Cortez, thank you for joining us this morning.
It's been a great morning.
We'll talk to you again soon, Mayor. 7:22 is the KZRG News Time. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. If you enjoyed the warm weather yesterday, I think you'll like the weather we have this week. Overall, a warm stretch and not a lot of rain either. Now, today looks to be the warmest day this week. 76 the high this afternoon. Low 50s overnight. Tomorrow, a few clouds. It's a little bit cooler. 65 tomorrow. Sunny and 58 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Hi, this is Ty Albright on News Talk KZRG, and around here I pay attention to more than just the radar. When I talk about trust, it's not just about how a roofer handles storm damage, it's also about how they treat people, and Superior Roofing and Construction excels at both. Cole, Evan, and Carlos serve the same neighborhoods they drive home through, and last month they even stepped up and gave a free roof to a local family in need. So when you choose Superior, you're not just fixing a roof, you're supporting neighbors who give back. Find them online, superiorroof.net.
My daughter has Grandpa wrapped around her finger. She loves to go to Grandpa's house and pretend. She pretends to be a cowgirl, she pretends to be a princess, and my dad pretends that he can hear what she's saying.
Are you nodding and have no idea what you're agreeing to? Are you missing those precious moments with your grandkids? Mid-America Hearing Center can help you hear the best things in life. And they can help you stay tuned in no matter your budget. With a free hearing exam, free cognitive screening, and hearing aid options starting at just $495, you don't have to break the bank to reconnect with the world around you. Plus the risk-free 60-day trial on most models. And many insurance plans include hearing aid coverage. Start listening for the great things in your life with new hearing aids from Mid-America Hearing Center. Just off I-44 at Exit 44 and at midamericahearing.com.
Best for less in a day. Mid-America Hearing Center.
Did you know GoodRx can help you save on medication, manage prescriptions, and get trusted health information? If you're one of the millions living with a heart condition, check GoodRx for an easier, more affordable way to manage your health. GoodRx offers common heart medications for under $30. Just search for your prescription, find the best price, then show your pharmacist the GoodRx coupon. And it works whether you have insurance or not. To start saving and better manage your heart health, download the free app or visit GoodRx.com today. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Are you a fraud-paying American? 1 in 4 tax-paying Americans have been victim of identity fraud. With LifeLock, your identity, if it's stolen, they fix it guaranteed or your money back. And last year, billions in refunds were stolen. Could be from your salary, overtime, or second job. Gone. But this year, you don't need to stay a victim. Because this tax season, fraud-paying American is something no American should have to claim. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms do apply.
Join me, Clay Travis, and my good friend Buck Sexton weekdays starting at 11 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
40 in Joplin, 30 in Pittsburgh, 36 in Miami, 43 in Neosho. Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott. And joining us right now, KZRG meteorologist, the one, the only, Terry Smith. Good morning, Terry.
Hey, good morning. Can you believe our temperatures right now are already very close to the average February high afternoon temperatures?
You really?
Yes.
76 is normal high?
So 48 is our average high. And,
now.
Oh, right now. Oh, you're talking about
the morning
temperature.
temperatures.
The morning
That's
temperature.
what's blowing
Okay.
my mind.
Okay.
Right? It is mild out there.
Yes, it is, and I like it. I don't have to wear a heavy coat to come to work at that 4 o'clock hour of the morning.
Yeah.
But I could not believe that the actual high is going to be 76 today. That is fantastic. And even the other day, we thought the high was going to be like 62, and we topped out at like 68.
Yes, it's been quite the warm up around here, and I'm a little suspicious. I have to admit that it's like, okay, Mother Nature, what are you up to? You're like letting our guard down. We're pulling out the short sleeves. If your name is Ted, and
or pulling out the no shirt if your name is Steve. It's very problematic in here, Terry.
Now, wait a minute.
HR has been called, Terry.
This is a PG show. Come on.
Yeah.
So, today's going to be quite warm, and I had to check, and I will say this. If we make it up to 76 today, which is what I'm forecasting, that would break the record, and I'm kind of glad about that because I'd be kind of scared if it was hotter than that.
Well, what's the forecast for the rest of the week looking like? Is there any possibility of rain sometime?
Possibility of rain, yes. Toward the end of the week, we may get some rain about the Friday, Saturday time frame. So it's dry, it's very warm today, and not quite as warm for the rest of the week. 76 today, tomorrow 65. Wednesday still sunny, 58 Wednesday. Thursday we get some clouds, but temperatures are still quite warm, anywhere from the low to mid-60s on Thursday. Friday's our first chance of rain. Saturday we may get some wet weather as well. Temperatures by Saturday, that's when it cools down, so we go, oh, this is what February is supposed to be like.
Well, that's at least rather nice. But I did see a drought report earlier this week, and I noticed that parts of Newton and McDonald counties in southwest Missouri We're in I believe, the red area, which I think is extreme.
Ooh. I have not looked at the drought levels, but just looking at the rainfall that we have or have not received here recently, I'm not surprised that we are continuing to deal with some level of drought.
How much rain does it look like we're going to be getting this weekend, if any?
Haven't counted. I'm going to wait till we get a little bit closer to put an estimate on that.
All right. Well, we appreciate you. Good job on getting it up to 76 today. Thank you.
Yeah, partay.
Yeah, thanks, Terry. Hey, we'll talk to you again tomorrow, Terry Smith.
Indeed, we will.
Have a good one. That was KZRG's meteorologist Terry Smith here on News Talk KZRG. Coming up after the news in about 10 minutes here at around 7:40, Joplin Fire Department's Dustin Luno is going to be joining us live on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
At 7:30, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. Ransom deadline this afternoon.
DHS funding debate in Congress.
Epstein's girlfriend to testify before Congress. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. As we've been mentioning, we're heading for a high of 76. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That will be at 7:38. Sun is coming up. It's 43 in Neosho, 30 in Pittsburgh, 40 now in Webb City, 40 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9. AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG. Officials are desperately searching to find Nancy Guthrie as the deadline in the ransom note is approaching. Madeline Rivera has more.
KGUN 9, a local TV news outlet which received one of the original ransom notes, says the demand is $6 million and threatened Nancy Guthrie's life if it's not paid today by 5 o'clock. The family is begging whoever took her to bring her home. So the FBI tells the Associated Press when Savannah says, quote, "We have received your message," she is referencing another alleged ransom note sent via email to local TV news station KOLD on Friday. KOLD says that email, which they have not released to the public, did not contain proof of life of Nancy. Guthrie's family is allegedly being told to pay the ransom in Bitcoin.
Senators are hoping to avoid another partial shutdown as they weigh the Democratic terms for the Department of Homeland Security's funding.
Democratic senators spelled out their proposal to fund DHS ahead of a Friday midnight deadline. The text is said to contain demands to reform immigration and customs enforcement procedures to include unmasking agents and body camera usage in their enforcement. The step gives Congress a week to negotiate and agree on the specifics before Friday night. Fox News is told senators think good faith discussions are possible, while some suggest a second interim spending bill may be needed to buy more time for discussion. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is reportedly setting a hard deadline for Republicans to make a deal. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Jeffrey Epstein's former girlfriend, who's currently in prison, is expected to testify before the House Oversight Committee today from prison.
Ghislaine Maxwell was sentenced to 20 years in prison for her role in Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking of minors. Now the House Oversight Committee is scheduled to depose her today. Her attorney says she'll plead the Fifth and invoke her right against self-incrimination. South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace says that tactic, post-conviction, shows Maxwell still worried about protecting powerful people who could be implicated. Maxwell's attorney says it's a legal tactic, as post-conviction litigation is far from over. Maxwell's expected to testify virtually from the federal prison camp in Bryan, Texas, known as Club Fed. She was transferred there from a prison in Florida after a private meeting with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Sunshine, it's 40. News Talk, KZRG at 7:33.
The temperature in Shoal Creek was low, around 35 degrees, but the spirits were sky high in Joplin this weekend.
Hundreds of residents, students, and law enforcement officers braved the icy waters at Rivers Bend Family Resort and Campground for the 2026 Polar Plunge. The goal? Supporting the more than 12,000 athletes of Special Olympics Missouri. Early reports show the event was a massive success. Top fundraiser Ryan Mendoza alone brought in over $1,500, while the Carthage Police Department led the pack for local teams. Funds from the plunge go directly towards sports equipment, health screenings, and making sure every athlete has a chance to compete. Ethan Thomas, News Talk KZRG.
A lot of improvements are displayed at the grand reopening of the Joplin History and Mineral Museum last Friday morning. Museum Director Chris Wiseman told News Talk KZRG.
We have a new audiovisual room. We have the new permanent Route 66 exhibit. We have reworked our exhibit on Bonnie and Clyde. We focused on some businesses from historic Joplin, like the Keystone Hotel, the House of Lords. We've added photos and stuff to our mineral side that deal more with the human element of mining instead of just the rocks and minerals that were mined here.
That museum located in Schifferdecker Park. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine, it's 40. It's now 7:35. News Talk KZRG.
Hold on to your butts. The Clintons have agreed to a deposition with the House Oversight Committee. Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson is a member of that committee, and he says he's pleased about that agreement.
This is a good win for the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. Imagine you're a young girl who is going through that process. You're being victimized by this horrible man, and then you see that he is, he brings in Bill Clinton to his house. You see him, hobnobbing with all these rich and powerful people. When the president of the United States is friends with the guy that's victimizing you, it's a chilling effect.
Burleson says Hillary Clinton needs to talk about how she benefited from the Clinton Foundation, which Burleson says was the brainchild of Jeffrey Epstein.
Sad news, 3 doors down frontman Brad Arnold has died at the age of 47 after a year-long battle with cancer.
Arnold died Saturday, surrounded by loved ones, following a battle with cancer. He announced his stage 4 cancer diagnosis in May of last year. Arnold was a founding member, vocalist, and original drummer of the popular rock band. Among their hits, Here Without You.
I'm here without you, baby.
Another of the band's hits included Kryptonite, which Arnold wrote at the age of 15 during his math class. He and fellow band members Todd Harrell and Matt Roberts formed the band in 1996 while still in high school. Deborah Valentine, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk KZRG.
In NFL action, it was never in question as the Seahawks were wire-to-wire winners, beating the Patriots 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. In D2 softball, MSSU went 4-0 on Saturday and Sunday with wins over Arc Tech, Southwest Baptist, Texas Women's University, William Jewell improved to 10-1. Pitt State went 5-0 in the Southern Colorado crossover with 2 wins over Adams State and Colorado State Pueblo, as well as a win over Colorado Springs. In D2 baseball, PSU went 4-0 this weekend in the Edmond First Pitch Classic. They're 7-0 on the season. MSSU baseball beat Harding 11-1 on Saturday before losing a pair of games against Ouachita Baptist on Sunday in the HSU Invitational. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash?
You better believe it.
Liberty Tree Guns, buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 8 o'clock. Breaking news. As it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. If you enjoyed the warm weather yesterday, I think you'll like the weather we have this week. Overall, a warm stretch and not a lot of rain either. Now, today looks to be the warmest day this week. 76 the high this afternoon. Low 50s overnight. Tomorrow, a few clouds. It's a little bit cooler. 65 tomorrow. Sunny and 58 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 43 in Neosho. It's 30 in Pittsburgh, 40 in Columbus, 40 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:39.
Daniel, the phones are blowing up again, and this winter storm's got everyone's electricity acting wild.
How wild?
Customer number 1 said their house is having mood swings worse than teenagers without Wi-Fi.
Ooh, that's serious. No Wi-Fi? That's end of the world stuff right there.
I told them we can fix the flickering and install a generator so they never lose power again.
That's right. When in doubt, just iPocket.
Okay, customer number 2 says their cousin told them to tap the breaker with a spoon.
A spoon? Why is it always a spoon?
Exactly what I said. I told them put it down and step away slowly.
That's right. Friends don't let friends spoon their electrical panel.
And then customer number 3 says their generator only starts when her husband goes outside and performs what she calls the snowstorm shuffle.
If your generator requires interpretive dance to function, it's time to iPocket with iPocket Electric and Solar. We're ready to be your winter storm electrical team. Stay warm, stay safe with iPocket Electric. Start today at iPocketElectric.com.
I have a membership for clothes and still wear the same stuff every day. I have a gym membership, never use it, but I'm pretty much locked into it for the whole year. But there is one that I actually use and I can cancel whenever I want.
There's no such thing.
It doesn't exist.
Prove it.
It's my Hurricane Car Wash membership.
Keep your ride spotless or cancel anytime with an unlimited wash Hurricane Car Wash membership. Get daily washes in the soft touch or touch-free bays 24/7 at all 3 of their locations, 2 in Carthage and 1 in Webb City. Hurricane knows you'll love the convenience of your membership and the look of a clean car year-round, but if you ever need to take a break, you can cancel anytime. You're never locked into your membership, so get the membership you will actually use, that you'll see the results, and you can cancel anytime. Download the Touch4Wash app today or find out more at hurricanecarwash.net. When the only thing strong enough to fight the dirt is a hurricane. Hurricane Car Wash.
Hi, I'm Julie with Van Beesler Greenhouse. I decided to start looking at advertising as helping me increase the flow of people through our doors. When I was new to this, I was just trying to get our message out there, but I feel like I was throwing money in lots of different directions and really probably wasting my money. Zimmer Marketing, when they approached me, Brett James came in and he wanted to know about me, our business. He wanted to understand what our goals were, what it is that we are trying to do here. They're not just trying to sell you time on the air. They're trying to help you build your business. So if you're a new company, I definitely recommend attending Transformation, taking to heart what it is they have to say and implementing it. It's been huge for the success of our family business.
Make 2026 the year you invest in you. Get started today at ZimmerMarketing.com. Zimmer Marketing. It just works.
Hinkle's Ace Hardware, they got what you need there.
Whoa, easy there, killer. Is that neon salmon with a side of 1970s lime? Your walls aren't just dated, they are crying for help. It's time to neutralize the situation at Hinkle's Ace Hardware. We've got the on-trend palettes that'll turn your fixer-upper into fixed it. Grab the designer-approved colors you see on TV, like the Benjamin Moore favorites used by Dave and Jenny Mars on Fixer to Fabulous, or the iconic Magnolia Home line from Fixer Upper. This is quality stuff, folks. We're talking fewer coats, less mess, and low odor formulas that won't clear out the house. These coatings are built to last with stain resistance tough enough to handle a scrubbing from a busy household. Save time, save money, and finally stop squinting at those walls. Visit Hinkle's Ace Hardware in Webb City or our location just around the corner from Freeman Hospital in Joplin. Hinkle's Ace Hardware for people with ugly rooms.
Neighbors helping neighbors, Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
Be sure to tune in to News Talk KZRG every weekday from 9 to 11 to hear what's going on with me, Chris Plant, on News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
7:43. That's the KZRG news time. 40 in Joplin, 32 in Pittsburgh, 36 in Miami, 43 in Neosho. Ted Bohorquez.
And Steve Scott.
And joining us live this morning in the KZRG studio is Joplin Fire Department's Dustin Luno. Dustin, thanks for being here today.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having us.
Well, we really appreciate you and your time. I wanted to start off last week.
Yes.
Bit of a doozy. Pretty big fire on Black Cat Road. What happened?
Yeah, we basically we ended the week off with a bang, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. So I don't know that it was as much just that singular event. We did have of course, it was a mutual aid fire. That's Carl Junction Fire District, large scale hazardous materials fire. We had agencies. I guess I hope I don't miss anybody, because I definitely wanted to say a big thank you, because we had the Sheriff's Department, Joplin Police Department. We have Dunaway, Reddings Mill, Oronogo, Carterville, Galena. We ended up with the Tribe and Quapaw. We ended up with people from all over the county and on the other side of the state line, bringing water to that area. There's no hydrants in that area. It's a more rural area, of course, outside the city limits. But in all things, it actually went very well. We did end up having a handful of firefighters that were transported for evaluation. Everybody was just fine and cleared and got to return back to work. But
Nice.
just as a preponderance of safety, just to make sure everybody's okay. But
and
yeah,
so what was the facility that actually burnt?
I believe it's some type of a reclaiming facility. I don't know specifically. Obviously, that's outside the city of Joplin, so I don't want to go into detail there.
Sure.
But I with that event happening, and then we had a fully involved structure fire in the city, a vehicle into a building in the city, every other normal call, a car fire out in Petro. All of our responding agencies outside of us were able to assist us in still covering the city, as we actually went out for an all page, which pages out to all personnel. We ended up having 30 plus firefighters come in off duty, start manning trucks and doing whatever they needed to do to ensure that we're properly covering and protecting the citizens of Joplin. So absolutely crazy day. But thanks to our partners, thanks to our personnel, they did an amazing job, from law enforcement to Metz and Newton County, that went well out of their way to make sure our people were taken care of, to Freeman and Mercy that took great care of them in the ERs. Just amazing way the community comes together and works together.
Now, with all the calls that you had over that day, I understand you pretty much used all your regular fire trucks and had to get your reserves ready to go in case they were needed.
That is correct. Our reserve equipment is, in case we have the truck that needs an oil change or tires rotated or just routine maintenance, right? We can't just punch that truck out of service. So we do have a smaller fleet of reserve apparatus that has, is coming off frontline status. It's still fully equipped and fully certified and everything else. But it just needs manpower. So we're able to bring people in and staff those vehicles, and those apparatus started running calls in the city. So, yeah, we absolutely did run out of trucks.
That's crazy. What a Friday, huh?
I know. I just boggled my mind. It just kept coming and kept coming. I'm like, okay, well, this is what we're doing today, I guess.
One of the things that I noticed was that you were using a fire hydrant at 7th and Schifferdecker there on the corner quite a bit, just kept refilling and refilling and refilling trucks. I even understand that there was, I believe, Baker's Township out of near Pittsburgh area that responded with water trucks, from what I read.
Okay, I might have missed that one, because I had I was actually coordinating the tankers. All I know is that we had tankers from everywhere lined up down Black Cat, and one of our fill sites was at 7th and Schifferdecker, and Joplin Police assisted us in controlling traffic in that area. Let's see here, Dunaway, I believe. Dunaway's engine came out and set up right there and started refilling our tankers for us.
Wow.
So the tankers show up on scene, they dump their water in portable tanks, and they come back and they just start
Keep doing it.
taxiing water is what they're doing.
Wow.
And when you're flowing all that much water, you have to have a lot of tankers to keep up.
Yeah, no kidding. It's Joplin Fire Department's Dustin Luno here on News Talk KZRG. Well, shout out to you guys and to all the first responders for helping out on such a crazy Friday. I wanted to talk a little bit about 2025 and specifically some of the stats of 2025, calls to service, things of that nature. How did the Joplin Fire Department do in the year of 2025?
Well, 2025 was our busiest year to date. So... yes, the numbers continue to climb. We're seeing somewhere between 4 to 5% increase annually in call volume. Last year, we were just shy of 10,000. We were 9,980 calls for service. It was a busy year. So we average a working structure fire every 3.5 days within the city of Joplin, and the majority of our calls are EMS medical. It's 68% of our call volume is medical response. All of Joplin fire personnel are also cross-trained as EMTs, advanced EMTs and paramedics. Our apparatus are advanced life support capable, all the equipment. So we were able to assist in whatever fashion's needed, either before a transporting unit gets there or while the transporting unit is there if they need additional resources. So our individuals, our people have just really stepped up. They're mitigating a very, very busy schedule with training and inspections and everything else going on. And of course, the priority is the emergency response, that never, ever slows down or takes a hiccup.
Wow, so 68% of the Joplin Fire Department's call volume wasn't even necessarily for fires.
Correct. Yeah,
wow.
That's that emergency medical side. Joplin Fire Department is a all hazards department, so we mitigate everything from fire to medical to hazardous materials, swift water, high angle, confined space. If there's any type of rescue involved, our Joplin Fire Department is trained to the highest standard and level of care. So. We're there to take care of whatever we need to and to assist our outside agency partners if they need assistance as well.
Yeah. It's Joplin Fire Department's Dustin Luno here on News Talk KZRG. 4 fires, though, specifically, that non-68%, so the minority technically. Was there a pattern as to what type of fires were they? Were they mostly abandoned structures? Were they mostly kerosene lanterns getting knocked
No, I don't
over?
know that there's a specific pattern. There's always that instance of abandoned structures, but to be honest, I believe that number has trended downwards for 2025. I know the city and, of course, code enforcement, Chief Dale Brooks, has worked tirelessly trying to secure those structures and get them listed or get them removed when needed. And that campaign has drastically, I believe, reduced that number, that incident. So just everything else has come up around it to continually increase that number. So
yeah. It's Joplin Fire Department's Dustin Luno here on KZRG. Quickly, Dustin, here, we're up against the clock here. February, is there anything people should be aware of in terms of fire safety or driving safety, things of that nature?
February is one of those months. It's up and down. We're going to be 70s here in the weekend, or maybe it's today. I don't know. Then we're looking at cool and rainy over the weekend, and I guarantee we still have a snow and a cold coming, right?
Oh, yeah.
One of the things I did want to bring up was we recently had an event happen just north of Tulsa, Oklahoma, in Skytook, where a couple of children got out on a pond in ice. And it didn't end up well. And I wanted to bring up that, at no point in time in our area is ice ever thick enough to walk on. We do not have the temperature set to be able to facilitate that. It just doesn't work. Somebody else say, oh, but there's this one time. Okay, one time in the last 120 years. I'll stand by my statement. Do not ever, ever, ever get out, play on, walk on, try to stand on anything ice related. You're going to go through it. So be very careful with that. And of course, with the swings in temperatures, we're going to have everything from rain to sleet to snow to who knows, right? It's the 4-state area. If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. It will change.
Got it. So everyone needs to be prepared and ready for everything.
Really, yeah, absolutely. From Sharknadoes to snowpocalypse, whatever that might be. But right, that's kind of the pattern we're in right now. But February can be eventful, so just be mindful of our weather and be safe. Slow down. Take your time. And if you would like to see us, stop by a station. You don't necessarily need to have an emergency, right? Please, if you can avoid an emergency, please do so. And stop and say hi anytime you get a chance.
Yeah, and bring baked goods while you're there. Why not?
We'll never say no.
Dustin Luno with the Joplin Fire Department. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Coming up next, your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. If you enjoyed the warm weather yesterday, I think you'll like the weather we have this week. Overall, a warm stretch and not a lot of rain either. Now, today looks to be the warmest day this week. 76 the high this afternoon. Low 50s overnight. Tomorrow, a few clouds. It's a little bit cooler. 65 tomorrow. Sunny and 58 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
When you got a clog that can't be beat, when your shower water is above your feet, when you flush that bowl and it makes you frown, bring River River makes that drain go down.
Hi, it's Nathan with Spring River Drain and Sewer. We treat all of our customers neighborly because we are your neighbors. Our licensed drain experts are from here, so you won't find us showing up with tricky sales tactics or wasting your time. We charge flat rate pricing for drain calls, not by the hour, so you know the price before we even show up. We proudly treat you like a friend and neighbor, not just another business transaction. Call Spring River Drain and Sewer and get started on fixing your sewer or drains today. Schedule an appointment at springriverdrain.com, and remember,
Spring River makes that drain go down.
When your pet feels her best, you can see it. In every wag, every stretch, every happy moment. They truly are my best friends. And that's why I really want to make sure I'm doing everything I can to keep them healthy and happy.
At Pinnacle Vet Clinic in Neosho, grooming is more than a beauty routine. It's an important part of keeping your pet healthy, inside and out. Regular grooming helps maintain healthy skin and coat, keeps ears clean, and nails neatly trimmed.
Good morning, everybody. Avery is here. Good morning, Avery.
So every pet feels cared for and comfortable. Help your pets thrive with a grooming appointment with Pinnacle Vet Clinic. Find them online at pinnaclevetclinic.com or on Facebook. When you want the best for your pets, go to Pinnacle Vet Clinic on Hammer Road in Neosho.
Did you know GoodRx can help you save on medication, manage prescriptions, and get trusted help?
I am. I had my coffee this morning. That's why I'm shipper. Shipper via coffee. In fact, actually, during this next segment, I'm going to go get some more coffee. So that'll be good.
Well, I think I will too. We'll just leave Lucas in there by himself.
Yeah, like we did in December.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of excitement about being left here by himself in the month of December. So much excitement, he would call me and use a lot of words that we can't say on air. That's how excited he was about being left alone in the month of December.
And he was talking about hell freezing over.
Uh-huh. Oh, Avery, I went to, speaking of Jigglypuffs and Pikachus, I went this weekend to the Neosho Art Con. Really cool. There was this one vendor, I was talking to the guy. They made stone out of all these quartz, Pyrex, what was it? Dragon's Eye, or excuse me, Tiger's Eye, stone Pokemon. And they looked really cool. They were probably about like this big. So not too big, but they were solid stone, and they were carved and everything. I doubt they were hand carved. I didn't ask that. But it was really very neat. It was actually super cool. So the Art Con this year, I was pretty impressed with. It was a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Reliable roll-offs.
Hey, join me, Sean Hannity, every weekday, 2 to 5. It's all happening right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
Your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
To win, be the first one on the phone with the correct answer to the question at 417-782-1310, 417-782-1310. Ted, what's the question?
Today's question is a little cinema trivia for you. Here it is. Ooh. Steve, you should know this. What does Police Chief Martin Brody use to kill the shark at the end of Jaws? At the end of Jaws, they kill the shark. What does he use to do it? 417-782-1310. These are your glory days, Steve. 1970s, baby.
And it's not even a dental drill.
That's true. What does Police Chief Martin Brody use to kill the shark at the end of Jaws? 417-782-1310. And by the way, this will be a spoiler. Sorry. But if you haven't seen Jaws yet, what are you doing? It's been 50 years, literally.
It's a chomp off the old boat.
Mm-hmm. What does Police Chief Martin Brody use to kill the shark at the end of Jaws? 417-782-1310. Steve, we're giving it away. What is it?
Complimentary taco plus chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
Well, the guess I have is the cylinder that explodes, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what they call that.
The cylinder that explodes. Can you try and guess what the cylinder is called?
Oh my gosh, you had to ask me that, didn't you?
I gotta get it. Starts with an S.
Oxygen cylinder.
Oh, so close. No, we need the S word. News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
A scuba tank. He shoots it in the shark's mouth.
That's exactly right. A scuba tank, also known as an oxygen cylinder. I mean, he wasn't wrong, but we needed the correct name. Who do we have here? Hello, who do we got here?
This is Bob.
Hey, Bob, what's your favorite radio station?
KZRG.
Oh, love to hear it, Bob. Don't go anywhere, man. We'll be with you in just a second here, and you have just won a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Taco. Stay on the line for us here if you don't mind, Bob. A scuba tank, also known as an oxygen cylinder, but technically the proper answer was scuba tank.
Yeah, I didn't even have somebody with the scuba suit wearing it when he did it.
That's true. Hey, coming up at 8:40, in about 40 minutes from now, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe is going to be joining us live here on News Talk KZRG. If you have questions for him, text us at 417-782-1310.
States News, Talk, and Severe Weather Station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin, a free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 8 o'clock.
She's been missing for 9 days, CJ Papa, Fox News, and today comes with a second deadline as the tension is rising, as Fox's Matt Finn explains from Tucson, Arizona.
Today is the final day for the Guthrie family to pay out millions of dollars demanded by these alleged captors of their 84-year-old mother, Nancy. Now, yesterday, Fox Digital captured investigators using a pole to probe what appears to be a water hole or drainage pipe behind Nancy Guthrie's home here. Also on Saturday, Fox Digital captured investigators at the home of Savannah's sister Annie, apparently taking pictures on the property at night. Law enforcement in unmarked cars spent about 2.5 hours at the sister's house Saturday night, which is about 4 miles away from Nancy Guthrie's home.
That's Fox's Matt Finn. A vote in the House expected sometime this week on the SAVE Act, backing voter ID to ensure only U.S. citizens can cast ballots in U.S. elections. New York Republican Congresswoman Claudia Tenney on Sunday Morning Futures.
Unfortunately, Chuck Schumer is holding this hostage in this funding bill that's coming up. Let's hope we can get this passed and have common sense. The only reason not to vote for this bill is that you want to cheat in our elections, to let non-citizens vote and to undermine election integrity. That's it.
Pennsylvania Democratic Senator John Fetterman agrees.
Me, as a Democrat, I do not believe that it's unreasonable or to show ID just to vote. And I remind everybody that less than a year ago in Wisconsin, they added that to the Constitution by a 63%, passing.
Speaker Mike Johnson has a tight margin to pass the bill. Officials in Providence, Rhode Island, releasing new video footage this morning from the shooting at Brown University December 13th. They say they took out the most graphic and violent images. The gunman killed 2, injured 9. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, we're heading for a high of 76. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 8:08. Sunshine, 43 in Neosho, 32 in Pittsburgh. It's 40 in Galena, 40 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk, KZRG. A major shakeup in high school sports could be on the way in the state of Missouri.
A bill in the Missouri State Senate would strip the Missouri State High School Athletics Association, called MSHA, of its independence. The bill was introduced by State Senator Jason Bean, a Republican from Holcomb, Missouri. Senate Bill 863 would transfer governance of high school sports from MSHA to the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education and make other changes. MSHA is encouraging Missourians to oppose that bill. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Kansas City University's first ever class of students in its Masters of Health Science and Anesthesiologist Assistant Program have started studies on the Joplin campus. Dr. John Paulson, interim dean of the College of Health Professions at KCU, says interest in the program is strong.
For our inaugural program, we had over 900 applicants for 24 spots. The overwhelming majority of the students that were selected for this class were from this region. We actually have over 70% of the first class from Missouri and 83% from this 4-state area.
Dr. Paulson says hospitals work under the supervision of anesthesiology physicians.
A grand reopening of the Joplin History and Mineral Museum last Friday morning. A ribbon cutting was held by both the Joplin and Carl Junction Chambers of Commerce. Museum Director Chris Wiseman told News Talk KZRG.
Well, this is the culmination of about a month of very, very hard work for both my staff and the staff of the Joplin Maintenance Department. We have been closed for the month of January so that we could concentrate on getting the museum renovated.
That museum located in Schifferdecker Park. It's 44 with sunshine, now 8:04. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. News Talk, KZRG.
Superior Roofing and Construction in Joplin recently gave a single mother, Alicia Smith, from Carl Junction, a completely free roof replacement. Owner Cole Slaughter says the company chose the family after reviewing more than 750 heartfelt testimonials, focusing on those facing real hardship, especially since her daughters had been patching the old roof themselves.
Yeah, we wanted to do this because, I wouldn't be standing here. We wouldn't have the ability to put the roof on if it wasn't for the people that have chose us over the last few years to take care of them and put their trust in us. And so we just felt what a great opportunity it'd be to take care of somebody in need.
In partnership with the Route 66 Subcommittee of Tourism, Vision Carthage is seeking a variety of artists to support a community art installation series. This series will include a total of 20 large maple leaf cutouts to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Route 66. Vision Carthage's Kate Kelly told News Talk KZRG.
They will be placed in strategic locations throughout Carthage. We will have a passport book available so people can check in and make sure that they have seen them all, and they'll get a sticker and be able to say that they have seen all 20 of the custom creative maple leafs in the Maple Leaf City.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk KZRG.
In NFL action, it was never in question as the Seahawks were wire-to-wire winners, beating the Patriots 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. In D2 softball, MSSU went 4-0 on Saturday and Sunday with wins over Arc Tech, Southwest Baptist, Texas Women's University, William Jewell improved to 10-1. Pitt State went 5-0 in the Southern Colorado crossover with 2 wins over Adams State and Colorado State Pueblo, as well as a win over Colorado Springs. In D2 baseball, PSU went 4-0 this weekend in the Edmond First Pitch Classic. They're 7-0 on the season. MSSU baseball beat Harding 11-1 on Saturday before losing a pair of games against Ouachita Baptist on Sunday in the HSU Invitational. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash?
Yep.
Liberty Tree Guns is buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 8:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. This does not feel like February. There's some cooler weather on the way, but today a warm day, 76. Tomorrow, 65. Wednesday, dry, 58. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Join Zimmer Marketing for their Color Pop and Shop event, Friday, March 6th from 4 to 8 at the Joplin Expo. Proceeds will be donated to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. For details, visit the Color Pop and Shop event page on Facebook.
No precipitation showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. It's 41 in Neosho. It is now 32 in Pittsburgh. It is 44 in Joplin, 44 in Galena. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time 8:08.
Gingrich Structures builds agricultural, commercial, and residential post-frame buildings designed to meet your needs. All built with superior craftsmanship and attention to every detail. From planning to completion, your local Gingrich Pro will guide you every step of the way, helping you create a custom post-frame building you can count on for years to come. Visit GingrichStructures.com to connect with your local Gingrich Pro and ask about the industry's only 5-year workmanship warranty. That's GingerICHStructures.com.
Let me share Brian's story. He's in Alabama, and he wrote in, he said, Glenn, after taking Relief Factor for just 3 weeks, at least 90% of my pain is gone. My pain had started to limit me at work and at home, and I am amazed at the relief that I have gotten. Those are Brian's own words, and they speak volumes about what Relief Factor can do. And I've seen that kind of transformation in myself, and hearing Brian's experience reinforces why I take endorsing Relief Factor so seriously. Before I started taking Relief Factor myself, I was losing hope that I could ever have a normal life again. My hands were in so much pain.
Good morning, everyone.
Hundreds of thousands of people have ordered Relief Factor, and like Brian and me, over 2/3 of these people go on to order more month after month. So don't wait. If you're dealing with pain, launch your 3-week quick start and see what Relief Factor can do for you. Call 800-4RELIEF. Go to relieffactor.com. Don't wait anymore.
Every said my friends and I went to the library to watch anime in the study room, so I didn't get to go this year. The library study rooms are super nice at the Joplin Public Library. Every time I'm there, there's like, well, I shouldn't say that, not every time, but there's been a number of times I go, and there's people that bring their Xbox into those study rooms and just game. And I'm like, honestly, good for you guys. Like, that's awesome.
It feels more like visiting your neighbor. We'll always say hi and welcome you in. We'll always ask you how you are because we care about the answer.
Have you guys ever seen the shark movie with LL Cool J called Deep Blue Sea?
Yeah. They ate me. A f***ing shark ate me. Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, is that good old Jackson?
Had, he died in the first, I want to say, 30 minutes or so.
Did you know what movie a major actor dies in immediately that was mind-blowing? Was the movie Life with Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds. Dude, it's a movie, a spoiler alert, but it's like this space horror movie, and Ryan Reynolds is all over the cover. He's all over everything. He dies instantly, and it's so funny because like they're like, oh, Ryan Reynolds,
Rock. And,
yeah. No, it wasn't the Rock and the Shoe, but it's that style.
No, what I'm saying is what they did with it. Like they advertised.
The
Rock and Samuel L. Jackson as big parts of that movie.
The other guys,
and then they die in the first
It was
5
totally
minutes,
like that, where they send Ryan Reynolds in to go like check out the alien, and I was like, whatever, I'm not worried about it. And then they murk him, and I go, what? Like it was totally a plot twist, and it was in the first like 20 minutes.
You got a bag for it.
What about doing?
It. It's been huge for the success of our family business.
Make 2026 the year you invest in you. Get started today at ZimmerMarketing.com. Zimmer Marketing. It just works.
Radio infotainment live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. You're listening to News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
8:12 is the KZRG news time. Unseasonably warm is the temperature. 44 in Joplin, 32 in Pittsburgh, 37 in Miami, 43 in Neosho. We spoke with KZRG's meteorologist Terry Smith earlier, and she told us that right now we're already around what the normal afternoon high is for this time of year.
Yeah, the average high, and we're going to go well above that for today with lots of sunshine. 76 for the high today. Then tonight, mostly clear, overnight low down to around 52, so it's going to be warmer tonight than it is right now. Tomorrow, it's going to be cooler, mostly sunny with 65 for the high. Mostly sunny on Wednesday with a high of 59. Then 62 with mostly cloudy on Thursday. We have a chance of showers starting up on Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday. The high on Friday, mostly cloudy, 57. Saturday, even cooler with a high near 50, according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Yeah. Here's some exciting news for you. Connect to Culture is hosting the Southwest Missouri Regional Poetry Out Loud competition in beautiful Joplin. Look at that. Joplin continues to be a regional hub for all things, including the arts and poetry. So, nothing like some good old-fashioned poetry. Steve knows a thing or two about it with his...
I'm a poet and know it.
Something you might not know about Steve Scott is that he's also a professional rapper. He goes by his rap name in the underground, known as Lil Scotty. Little Scotty.
And it's on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn.
Look at that. So it's happening tomorrow, Tuesday, February 10th at 2 in the afternoon inside the Harry M. Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex on 7th Street in Joplin. It's a really cool event. It's the Poetry Out Loud competition. Now, it is pretty much for high school students, but if
that leaves me out.
Yeah, but if you have a kid or a grandkid that's in middle school that's gearing up for high school and is maybe a little nervous about finding their way or finding a group for themselves, maybe take them to this to check it out and be like, hey, this is what high school is like. This is the little poetry competition they do. You might be into it. I don't know. Your kid or grandkid, might be into it. Now, students, basically, they learn 3 poems and recite them in front of a panel of judges who score them based on public speaking skills, poem interpretation, and other factors. The panel of judges consists of Dr. Hannah Dow, who is with Missouri Southern State University, Julie Raymond, who is with Downtown Poetry, and Cody White, who is a local poet and artist, which is pretty cool. Now, the winners of this will advance to regional, state, and eventually national competition. So a lot of opportunities for local students, and it all starts right here in Joplin, which is pretty cool. So details on this Poetry Out Loud contest can be found at news.kzrg.com. Moving to something that's a lot less cheery, KZRG News Time 8:15. Last week, several law enforcement agencies joined forces with the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office to conduct an operation that targeted offenders who were preying on children. The operation was conducted in Cherokee County, and 5 people were arrested for multiple charges, some of which include commercial sexual exploitation of a child, unlawful use of a communication facility, aggravated human trafficking, attempted aggravated indecent liberties, and electronic solicitation of a child. Charges ultimately were submitted to the Cherokee County Attorney's Office on these 5 individuals who were arrested in this operation, and those 5 are 52-year-old Darren B. Price of Anderson, Missouri, 28-year-old Nicholas Regional of Jackson, Mississippi, 34-year-old Trevor Porter of Pittsburgh, Kansas, 38-year-old Nicholas Perez Paxter of Neosho, Missouri, and 31-year-old Derek McKinney of Sarcoxie, Missouri. Now, of course, innocent until proven guilty, but these are the 5 that were arrested for child exploitation. I mean, look, these sickos, they exist in our community, no?
Oh, unfortunately, they do.
Yeah. And so, again, every time we tell these stories, I'm not trying to just be a fear peddler, but we need to be aware of this. These people exist. Every time we get one of these freaks off the streets, a couple of weeks later, we hear a story about 5 more being picked up.
It's almost like you need to go after the head of the snake.
Which is what?
I believe she's sitting in prison right now.
Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah, I think she's testifying today, right?
Yeah, by remote.
So it sounds like we need to cut off the head of the snake, which is every single major pedophile 1%er that is getting away with being involved in the Epstein files.
I don't think Trevor Porter of Pittsburgh, Kansas, who was picked up on this, had any relation with Ghislaine Maxwell.
So you don't think any of that's related? You don't think that these 1%ers funding this entire pedophile ring in this country have anything to do with the low-level dogs that are the ones actually kidnapping kids?
Honestly, no. I think there are enough sick freaks out there that they will go and just try to kidnap a kid. I don't think they need marching orders from Epstein. I think that they will just do it. The same way like Bill Cosby was convicted of, I believe, asterisks, don't sue me, I think he was convicted of rape, right, Bill Cosby? That doesn't mean every rapist out there is getting their marching orders from Bill Cosby. Some people just go out and do heinous things. It doesn't need to be this grandiose conspiracy. There are awful people out there that do awful things, period. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they find each other in a regional area like Southwest Missouri and abuse children. It doesn't need to come from the top.
Generally, when it's orchestrated, that means it's orchestrated from the top. If it's just one random person stealing kids, that's one thing. But when you have a whole scheme going on, there's generally a ringleader.
Yeah, but there could be regional versions of that.
Yeah, and that regional version could talk to somebody at a district version, and that district version could talk to, you know what I'm saying? It's just one right up the ladder.
I think you're giving these guys a lot of credit.
I think you're not giving them enough.
So you think that The guys that the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office picked up.
I absolutely believe that there are people within
Epstein.
our communities that are absolutely tied into the same ring with that. 100%. They're everywhere, all over the world.
Pedophiles are everywhere.
I'm not
Rapists
talking about
are
pedophiles.
everywhere.
I'm
No
talking
question.
about even in the same realm as Jeffrey Epstein that did stuff with Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't think
Have they
Jeffrey
ever
Epstein
met Jeffrey Epstein? Probably not even a chance of remotely even meeting Jeffrey Epstein.
I don't think Epstein is hobnocking with 52-year-old
No,
Darren
I don't
Price
either.
of
But I
Anderson,
think there are
Missouri.
people in Cherokee County or Wyoming or South Dakota stealing kids for Jeffrey Epstein. I absolutely believe that.
I
or
don't.
Any other of the one percenters. It doesn't have to be Jeffrey Epstein. Any of the one percenters.
I think that pedophiles just exist in communities and try to prey on kids.
I don't think they
that
remain in
that's
the
it.
shadows like that unless they're orchestrated by somebody at a higher level.
I think it's look, I'm all in on the tinfoil hat. I love that. That one's a bit of a stretch for me.
Well, I can tell you this: us conspiracy theorists are about 9-0 in the last 9 conspiracy theories.
I will give you that. This might make you 9-1 though.
Maybe,
It
or
might.
it'll be 10-0 is more likely.
I think that's less likely, but it could happen. By the way, this wasn't just the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office. It was a joint effort along with the Kansas Bureau of Investigation, the Crawford County Sheriff's Office, the Butler County Sheriff's Office, the Ray County Sheriff's Office, that's in Missouri, the Bourbon County Sheriff's Office, the Greenwood County Sheriff's Office, the Homeland Security Investigator. This was an all hands on deck trying to find these guys. So what are your thoughts on all this?
I bet they're held accountable.
Right. At the very least, that's something we can agree on is thank God these people are off the streets. Again, innocent until proven guilty. But if it was this big of a law enforcement effort, I don't think they were just picking up random patsies. I mean, we'll see when the conviction comes around. But, you know what I mean? I don't think they missed on this one. KZRG News Time 820. What are your thoughts, though? Leave us an open mic message or text us at 417-782-1310.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
The grandson of the founder of the Islamic Republic said that Americans will die before Iran is humiliated, and also stated that Israel would be erased if Muslim nations ever acquired the military power to do so. Well, at least we know their intentions under no uncertain terms.
Number 2.
The biggest American holiday was yesterday, the Super Bowl. The Seahawks crushed the Patriots 29-13 in sunny California. But while it was a good game, the halftime show garnered some criticism.
Number 1.
Bad Bunny's halftime show is almost exclusively in Espanol. Meanwhile, Turning Point USA's All-American Super Bowl halftime show, featuring Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and Gabby Barrett, garnered 5 million people streaming it live during the Bad Bunny halftime show.
By the way, really quick, I did a Googling. Bill Cosby not convicted of rape. He was convicted on 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault. So my mistake. I wasn't sure. But Harvey Weinstein is who I was thinking of. He was convicted of rape and also sexual assault. So there you go. Just want to correct that record.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What are your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime show? What were your thoughts on it? We want to know. Join the more than 200 people already giving us their thoughts on our Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook. You can also leave us an open mic message. We will play it on air, or you can text us at 417-782-1310. Coming up at 8:40 this morning, special guest Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe will be live with the KZRG Morning News Watch crew at 8:40. We're going to be talking to him about phasing out the state income tax and data centers. If you have a question for the governor of the state of Missouri, text us at 417-782-1310. Coming up, Kim Commando and technology on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. If you enjoyed the warm weather yesterday, I think you'll like the weather we have this week. Overall, a warm stretch and not a lot of rain either. Now, today looks to be the warmest day this week. 76 the high this afternoon. Low 50s overnight. Tomorrow, a few clouds. It's a little bit cooler. 65 tomorrow. Sunny and 58 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
We buy
buy guns. Oh yes, we buy guns. Oh yes, we are the best. Oh yes, we buy guns. Oh yes.
This is Liberty Tree Guns, the best place to sell your firearms. Walk in with a gun. Walk out with money.
We buy guns. Oh yes, we buy guns. Oh yes, we are the best. Oh yes, we buy guns. Oh yes.
Liberty Tree Guns. Across from Lowe's in Carthage. Or visit libertytreeguns.com to start your quote today.
We buy guns. Oh yes, we buy guns. Oh yes, we are the best. Oh yes.
Where did you get that smile? Joplin Family Dental.
If you've been putting off going to the dentist out of fear, you're not alone.
A lot of people sit in our chairs and confess the same thing every day.
But here's the part they never expect.
How comfortable they can feel going to the dentist with safe and effective sedation dentistry.
It's designed to help calm your fears before you ever walk through our doors.
You stay relaxed, comfortable, and in control of any nerves or anxiety from start to finish.
So if you're ready to finally face your fear,
we're here to help you take that first step towards a better dental experience with sedation dentistry.
And we promise you won't be doing it alone.
Call Joplin Family Dental to discover the comfortable way to a new smile.
Or schedule an appointment at our new Carthage location today.
You can also learn more at joplindental.com.
Where did you get that smile? Joplin Family Dental.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, we offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options to cover your small business needs and more. Visit Progressive.com today.
Picture this. You walk into the office, and half your coworkers are whispering into microphones on their desks. Nope, they haven't lost it. They've ditched the keyboard. I'm Kim Commando for NetSuite. AI is here, and companies using it are ahead. If your revenue exceeds 7 figures, get their free guide, Demystifying AI, at netsuite.com/Kim. AI-powered voice-to-text has gotten good enough that people are dictating emails, reports, even code by talking. One tool leading the charge is called Flow from a startup called Whisper. It works across any app, Slack, Gmail, ChatGPT, and strips out your ums, uhs, and those filler words. The pitch? Most of us talk way faster than we type. Whisper raised $81 million, so somebody believes this is the future. But is it awkward talking to your computer in a quiet office? Yes. But remember when AirPods came out and people were walking and talking around in the air? We got over it. We'll get over this too. I'm giving away $7,000 right now. Enter to win. Go to winfromkim.com. Every business is asking the same question. How do we make AI work for us? The possibilities are endless, and guessing is way too risky. Sitting on the sidelines is not an option. Your competitors are already making their move. This is exactly the solution I turn to. With NetSuite by Oracle, you can put AI to work today. As the #1 AI cloud ERP, trusted by over 43,000 businesses, it brings your financials, inventory, commerce, HR, and CRM together into one single source of truth, making your AI smarter. It doesn't guess, it knows. It automates routine tasks, delivers insights, cuts costs, and powers fast AI decisions. Now with NetSuite's AI Connector, you can take the AI you already trust and connect it straight to your business. This is not another add-on tool. It's built into the system that runs your business. NetSuite helps you stay ahead. If your revenues are at least 7 figures, get their free business guide, Demystifying AI, at netsuite.com/Kim. The guide is free to you at netsuite.com/Kim. That's netsuite.com/Kim.
This is Buck Sexton. Join me and Clay Travis every weekday from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 8:30, News Talk KZRG. In about 10 minutes at around 8:40, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe will be joining us live on the KZRG airwaves. We're going to be talking to him about this idea phasing out the state income tax and, of course, data centers. That's not just a Joplin regional issue to discuss. It is a statewide issue and obviously even a national and international issue. So we're going to be giving the governor's thoughts on it. Ted Borges.
Steve Scott.
Lucas Davis.
It's going to be nice and sunny today. Wow, 76 for the high today. Tomorrow it's going to be cooler, mostly sunny with the high near 66. On Wednesday, sunny with a high of 59, 62 with mostly cloudy on Thursday. Then we have a chance of showers starting Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday. High on Friday is going to be around 57, 50 for the high on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Hey, like I said, coming up after the news, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe. If you have any questions for him, if there's any subjects you want us to quiz him on, text us at 417-782-1310 or leave us an open mic message. We'll play your question for him live, and he'll hear it, and we'll answer it. So that's coming up in 10 minutes. Good morning.
Or he'll say no question.
At 8:30, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. Ransom deadline this afternoon.
Epstein former Prince Andrew.
Social media trial begins. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Heading for a high of 76. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports, that'll be at 8:38. Sunshine, 43 in Neosho, 32 in Pittsburgh, 44 in Webb City, 44 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9, News Talk, KZRG. Officials are desperately searching to find Nancy Guthrie as the deadline and the ransom note is approaching. With the story, Madeline Rivera.
KGUN 9, a local TV news outlet which received one of the original ransom notes, says the demand is $6 million and threatened Nancy Guthrie's life if it's not paid today by 5 o'clock. The family is begging whoever took her to bring her home. So the FBI tells the Associated Press when Savannah says, quote, "We have received your message," she is referencing another alleged ransom note sent via email to local TV news station KOLD on Friday. KOLD says that email, which they have not released to the public, did not contain proof of life of Nancy. Guthrie's family is allegedly being told to pay the ransom in Bitcoin.
Police are looking into claims the former Prince Andrew sent confidential reports to Jeffrey Epstein.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, who was stripped of his titles by King Charles last year, used to act as a trade envoy for the United Kingdom, but there are claims he shared confidential reports with Jeffrey Epstein. A British police force is now looking into these allegations. The King's brother maintained contact with the financier after Epstein was convicted of a child sex offence in 2008. Last week, former UK ambassador to the United States Lord Mandelson had his homes searched after claims he too gave Epstein information he shouldn't have. Both Andrew and Lord Mandelson deny criminal wrongdoing. In London, Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Opening arguments will start in California today over whether YouTube and Instagram are designed to get children addicted. Kelly Saberi reports for News Talk KZRG.
What we anticipate is that Google and Meta's lawyers will argue that they've already added safeguards for children to use their platforms. We spoke to Google's lawyers who tell us that their product YouTube is not even a social media platform altogether. That is going to be part of their argument. Now, this all started as a 20-year-old brought on the case who alleges that Meta's Instagram and Google's YouTube knowingly designed addictive features like autoplay and infinite scroll that harmed her mental health. The parent companies of Snapchat and TikTok settled before the trial began.
Sunshine, it's 44, now 8:33. News Talk, KZRG.
The temperature in Shoal Creek was low, around 35 degrees, but the spirits were sky high in Joplin over the weekend.
Hundreds of residents, students, and law enforcement officers braved the icy waters at Rivers Bend Family Resort and Campground for the 2026 Polar Plunge. The goal? Supporting the more than 12,000 athletes of Special Olympics Missouri. Early reports show the event was a massive success. Top fundraiser Ryan Mendoza alone brought in over $1,500, while the Carthage Police Department led the pack for local teams. Funds from the plunge go directly towards sports equipment, health screenings, and making sure every athlete has a chance to compete. Ethan Thomas, News Talk KZRG.
A lot of improvements were displayed at the grand reopening of the Joplin History and Mineral Museum on Friday morning. Museum Director Chris Wiseman telling News Talk KZRG.
We have a new audiovisual room. We have the new permanent Route 66 exhibit. We have reworked our exhibit on Bonnie and Clyde. We focused on some businesses from historic Joplin, like the Keystone Hotel, the House of Lords. We've added photos and stuff to our mineral side that deal more with the human element of mining instead of just the rocks and minerals that were mined here.
The museum is located inside Schifferdecker Park. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 44, 835. News Talk KZRG.
The Clintons have agreed to a deposition with the House Oversight Committee. Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson is a member of that committee, and he says he's pleased about that agreement.
This is a good win for the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. Imagine you're a young girl who is going through that process. You're being victimized by this horrible man, and then you see that he is, he brings in Bill Clinton to his house. You see him, hobnobbing with all these rich and powerful people. When the president of the United States is friends with the guy that's victimizing you, it's a chilling effect.
Burleson says Hillary Clinton needs to talk about how she benefited from the Clinton Foundation, which Burleson says was the brainchild of Jeffrey Epstein.
3 doors down from him, Brad Arnold, dead at the age of 47 after a year-long battle with cancer.
Arnold died Saturday, surrounded by loved ones, following a battle with cancer. He announced his stage 4 cancer diagnosis in May of last year. Arnold was a founding member, vocalist, and original drummer of the popular rock band. Among their hits, Here Without You.
I'm here without you, baby.
Another of the band's hits included Kryptonite, which Arnold wrote at the age of 15 during his math class. He and fellow band members Todd Harrell and Matt Roberts formed the band in 1996 while still in high school. Deborah Valentine, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk KZRG.
In NFL action, it was never in question as the Seahawks were wire-to-wire winners, beating the Patriots 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. In D2 softball, MSSU went 4-0 on Saturday and Sunday with wins over Arc Tech, Southwest Baptist, Texas Women's University, William Jewell improved to 10-1. Pitt State went 5-0 in the Southern Colorado crossover with 2 wins over Adams State and Colorado State Pueblo, as well as a win over Colorado Springs. In D2 baseball, PSU went 4-0 this weekend in the Edmond First Pitch Classic. They're 7-0 on the season. MSSU baseball beat Harding 11-1 on Saturday before losing a pair of games against Ouachita Baptist on Sunday in the HSU Invitational. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns is buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 9 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. If you enjoyed the warm weather yesterday, I think you'll like the weather we have this week. Overall, a warm stretch and not a lot of rain either. Now, today looks to be the warmest day this week. 76 the high this afternoon. Low 50s overnight. Tomorrow, a few clouds. It's a little bit cooler. 65 tomorrow. Sunny and 58 Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
No precipitation showing up on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. Sunshine, it's 43 in Neosho, 32 in Pittsburgh, 44 in Carl Junction, it's 44 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now going on 8:39.
Your truck and trailer doesn't get days off. They run when you run. Any weather, long miles, heavy loads, tight schedules. The road isn't kind either. It takes a toll with every mile. And when something goes down, everything stops. That's why Bennett's Truck and Trailer in Dinnerweg is here to keep your equipment ready for whatever the road throws at it. With over 50 years of experience on staff, they handle truck and trailer repairs, preventative maintenance, fabrication, and mobile service when you need it most. Whether you're running a single truck operation or managing an entire fleet, you deserve service you can trust. When you want unbeatable service and unmatched quality, that's the Bennett way. Your trucks and trailers have to be on the road, and proper maintenance is the best defense against downtime. So make sure you take care of them the Bennett way. Roll into their shop on Thunder Road in Dinnerweg or find them online at Bennett'sTruckTrailer.com. Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Maintenance done better the Bennett way.
Cold weather can present unique challenges for semis. This is Justin with JL Mobile Truck and Trailer Repair. And this winter, you'll want to be sure to treat your fuel, replace your fuel filters, and check your battery to ensure you're ready for colder weather. But should you find yourself down and out, remember, JL Mobile Truck and Trailer Repair is here for all your diesel maintenance and repairs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us at 417-438-9461 or visit jlmobilerepair.com.
Hey, it's Mark Levin with The Mark Levin Show. Be sure to tune in every weekday from 5 to 8 on FM 102.9, 105.9, and AM 1310. News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
8:40. That is the current KZRG News Time. Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott.
And joining us live this morning is Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe. Governor Kehoe, thank you very much for being here this morning.
Ted, thank you so much for having me on. It's always good to be on KZRG.
I appreciate you and your time, Governor. I wanted to start off this morning with a very touchy subject in Southwest Missouri, particularly in Joplin, and that is data centers. Joplin has a very real potential of getting a data center. There's a lot of people that are on both sides of the aisle on this issue, and I'm curious your thoughts on data centers, broadly speaking, in the Show Me State.
Well, I would have a couple of thoughts. First of all, from a strictly an economic development standpoint, any type of business that wants to spend and invest the kind of money some of these data center developers are talking about is significant for a community. It can change what you pay in taxes and property taxes. It could change school tax assessments. There's a lot of things that a large investment like that would ripple down into a community's economy. The community's got to be ready for it. You're right. A lot of these communities that look at it, you see strong people in favor and opposition. I would encourage the folks that are opposed to it to try to do real research on what data centers do and don't do, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. For instance, on the energy side, the House and Senate passed a bill last year. It's called Senate Bill 4 that protects consumers from these large development projects so they're not paying for it on the balance of their backs. Water usage, McDonald's uses more water in a year than most of the data center projects we've seen. So there's a lot of misinformation out there. The community's got to work through it with their elected officials, and I know the elected officials are going to be very much interested in finding out what their constituents like or don't like, trying to clear any misinformation that's out there, and then share with them what the investment like this could mean to a community like Joplin, because it's significant.
It's Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe here on News Talk KZRG's airwaves. So, Governor, as you tour the state, as I know you often do, cruising around the Show Me State, have you been to other communities that have data centers in Missouri? Have you talked with them?
Well, we have some small, I would call them boutique data centers in various parts of the state right now. These large hyperscale projects, there's multiple proposals on the table in various parts of the state. And I've talked to both elected officials and, you know, obviously you hear from constituents when you're out in those communities as well. And so each community is kind of trying to work through it. And once everybody finds out the truth and the factual ripple effect that economic development can have in the community, it seems like they're a little bit more accepted. You know, you got people who are agricultural folks who say, I don't want this thing right next to my farm. I don't want to look at it all the time. Then you got the farmland owner who says, hey, I have property rights. I should be able to do with my property what I want to do. So you really get caught in the balance there of property rights versus economic development. And most times I've seen neighboring farms and communities be able to work through that again, just with a calm, cool, collected way, and people just trying to work through what the issues are and see if it fits right for their community.
KZRG News Time just before 8:45. It's Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe here on News Talk KZRG. So, Governor, under no uncertain terms here, generally speaking, are you more pro data center or more against?
I'm more pro what will do the economic development will have for any, like I said, any opportunity, whether it's a widget manufacturer or whatever you want to locate in a community. When you're talking about sometimes billions of dollars rippling through the community, I think it's an economic development proposal that communities have to look at. Generally speaking, I think if done right and the community's done right and the location is correct and everybody kind of follows how this works, one of these investments can be very helpful, not only to the community, but to the state of Missouri. So I'm encouraging communities to look at them. But again, they have to make that local decision. You don't want state government forcing something down anybody's throat, whether it's this or any other issue we could talk about today. You want local control for folks to be able to take a look at it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe. Shifting gears on you here, Governor, you've voiced a lot of support for this idea of phasing out the state income tax. I know that you're not the end-all, be-all. We have a democracy. We have a whole system in place. But if you had a magic wand, would it be safe to assume that, in your opinion, would you like to see programs spending less? Or would you envision a future where that money is basically made up elsewhere through taxes?
Well, I get this question all the time. You have to do both. Our budget has grown substantially over the last 4 or 5 years, mainly due to one-time monies that came from the federal government for COVID relief and different one-time planning packages for highway systems, et cetera. And so we've got to make sure we get our budget in line, just like Missouri families and businesses have to do. We got to tighten our belt and make some tough decisions, and we are doing that. But at the same time, just like a family or business would do, I want to find a way for Missourians to keep more of their own money and make those decisions. And the state income tax produces roughly about $9 billion a year that could go back into Missourians' pockets. $9 billion a year, every year. My position is Missourians can spend their money way better than any elected official, including me, because that's what Missourians do. And I think it's a good plan to be able to do it. Now, Ted, you can't just cut $9 billion out of your budget. There's too many essential services, whether it's education, public safety, infrastructure, et cetera, that rely on some of those monies. Again, you can tighten your belt. You can look for ways to save in there. But you're going to have to find, and our proposal would say that we look at Missouri's income tax or sales tax structure because it was developed in 1935. And I ask people this question all the time. I had some folks at the Capitol from Phelps and Marys County last week, and I said, how many people in here bought something in the last 10 days that didn't even exist in 1935? And about everybody raised their hand. So bringing our tax code up to speed for the next 100 years in the sales tax area, trying to find ways to cut spending and then give income tax dollars back till we get to zero to Missourians, I think will have the largest impact on our economy that any policymaker could ever do.
Yeah. Now, if you had it your way, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe, while we're tightening the belt, what programs would you start with?
Well, you can't just say, first of all, you have to look at entitlement programs. I think most of your listeners, you and I have talked before. Our family was very humble beginnings, and so my mother raised 6 kids by herself. And so there are programs out there for the folks who need some help to help them. But you want to make sure that we have people who are not taking advantage of some of those programs, able working adults who can go out and work, like my mother worked 3 jobs like others do, to go out and help sustain their business. So you have to look at some of the entitlement programs and make sure that we're utilizing those right and nobody's taking advantage of those. But have the ones there that are truly there. People in Joplin and Jasper and Newton counties want to help their neighbors. So we want to help the people who truly need their help. We want to make sure if there's fraud or abuse out there in any of those systems that we get that reeled back in. Other than that, there's, the budget funds thousands of lines of programs. And literally this year we cut $600 million out. We vetoed $300 million worth of spending items last July, and then $600 million we cut out. So we need to save in total over 2 or 3 years about $2 billion in our budget. And, you look at every line and find out which items have the best impact for Missourians, which provide the best return on investment, and then you try to work through to make sure they're tough decisions, Ted. I'm telling you, these decisions are not easy, but that's what Missourians expect us to do. We have to have a balanced budget per our Constitution. I thank God for that. You don't want crazy spending going on out there, so you work through line by line and try to figure out where these types of things can come.
Yeah. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe here on News Talk KZRG. I know you're going to be in Joplin today. You got a pretty busy day. What's on the docket?
Yeah, we're going to go to Thomas Jefferson Independent School. That's a great model of where several families have been able to use our education savings account programs, the ESA. As you know, and your listeners may know, last year we put $50 million into that program. It also is funded by tax credit donations from private companies and individuals. So we think that's a good public-private partnership. We've asked the legislature in this year's budget to put another $10 million into that. So it just gives parents a choice to send their kids where they want. Certainly, Thomas Jefferson does a great job. Then we're going to go to Missouri Southern State University and talk about the Compass Academy model that started right there in Joplin. It's kind of a summer school, free summer school for kids in various areas to kind of stop the summer slide, if you will, to keep them engaged through hands-on learning techniques so that as they're off for those, 65 to 90 days in the summer, they can continue to go and get some educational help with a program that we think works pretty well. We're going to go see the Historic Neighborhoods Museum. We want to see if we can get that on our Missouri 250 tour. You guys have a great set of homes and museums there that highlight some really cool things that happened down in that area. We want to try to highlight that as we celebrate our 250th birthday. And then last but not least, we're going to go to Freeman Hospital. A lot of great things happening there. We're really proud that Missouri was one of the top 10 states awarded in our Rural Transformation Healthcare Act, part of the big, beautiful bill that President Trump passed, and senators, including Senator Hawley and Schmidt and Congressmen like Eric Burleson, wanted to make sure that healthcare needs, especially rural healthcare needs, were not cut short. We were able to apply for additional dollars and, like I said, got one of the top 10 grants in the United States. So we're going to talk to Freeman about healthcare and the great job they do and make sure they understand what we all think is coming as part of that grant that we got from the federal government.
Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. Thank you for your insight, and we'll see you in Joplin.
Ted, thanks for having me on KZRG again. Appreciate your time, and have a great day.
As to you, sir. Have a good one. That was Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe here on News Talk KZRG. Chris Plant joining us at 9. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. If you enjoyed the warm weather yesterday, I think you'll like the weather we have this week. Overall, a warm stretch and not a lot of rain either. Now, today looks to be the warmest day this week. 76 the high this afternoon. Low 50s overnight. Tomorrow, a few clouds. It's a little bit cooler. 65 tomorrow. Sunny and 58 Wednesday.
Morning, everyone. Thanks for hanging out.